It was a work. It was a work, bro.
They need something to light wrestling on fire right now, and they're not doing it. I mean, I think
Cody.
I was gonna say, I think Cody.
I am so fucking sick and tired of someone having an entrance, and then they go to commercial, and then they come back, and they have a backstage with someone else and a video package, and then, oh yeah, this motherfucker's still standing in the ring.
The following podcast is scheduled for one fall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the MACKDOWN Podcast. Starring any combination of the following. Introducing Mikey MacD, Mr. A.J. Mitchell, Cam, and Kimmy. It's the MACKDOWN Podcast.
Welcome back to another MACKDOWN Podcast. We have the entire crew with us today. Myself, of course, Kimmy. And we'll start off with Mr. Cam himself up there in the corner, coming back to us and live in video.
From parts unknown.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Cam. I'm back. And let's have some fun today, y'all.
And then we got A.J. Mitchell.
The champion, of course. And you can address me as Sir Champion if you would like. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Sir
Sorry,
Champion.
dude.
Yes.
Les Sir Champion.
Les Sir Champion. I like it.
Smelling like all the cigarettes from the bar.
Wow. Wow.
Got to
Been
make
a
that
long
money.
time, Cam.
Got to
Been a
make
long
that
time.
money.
How you doing over there?
He gets paid in ones.
Oh, shit. She's got a thick-ass wallet.
Didn't we talk about the personal life? No personal life.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's right. Well, speaking of moving on, so, all right, we got Mr. B over there.
Hello.
Mr. B.
And then Mikey MacD.
That's me. What's up, y'all?
VMD. I like it.
And then Miss Kimmy, thank you for the intro. Appreciate
Yes,
you.
of course,
Appreciate you.
welcome back.
Of course yourself.
Well, I did introduce myself at the very, very beginning.
Well, what's up,
Allow
y'all?
me to reintroduce myself. How you doing, people?
I like that he's going to wear the belt for the whole time until he's not champ. Are you still going to wear a belt even when you're not champ?
I'm the champion of champions, baby. I'm the champ. You know, the champ's here, baby.
As of right
Champ's
now,
here.
yeah.
Even when
As
I'm
of
not
right
the
now.
champ, I'm the champ.
You didn't win the week. We'll
Sure.
just go ahead and say that. I'll just give you a little prelude.
I don't
but
need.
that's fine.
I don't need to win the week anymore, bro. Like, like do I,
He's like, it's
I mean,
over.
Come on. I'm like Tom Brady in this shit. Like, oh wow, I didn't make the playoffs for 1 year. Oh.
Well, hey, it is what it is, man.
I am the playoffs, baby. I am the playoffs.
Well, as of right now, that is. Then we got Cam. We got Cam back semi-studio. Semi-studio. Well, you're in the bubble up there. You're in the parts unknown in the bubble.
I'm in the south where it's not supposed to be cold, but it's colder than a motherfucker over here.
I was gonna say your temperature there's got to be close to what we got here.
Yeah, I'm curious. What is the temperature there?
Man, I know it's been cold. Let me look real quick, because I haven't been outside today because it's been cold.
Cam's Corner is cold.
swear
It's
if
cold.
he says
Cam's
40
Corner is Triple C,
degrees.
baby.
We are
Cold.
at a whopping 44 degrees.
He said
Oh my
44.
God, 44?
Wow.
44?
That's nice.
We're like,
We
that's
were in the
disco weather.
teens
Yeah.
most of the week.
Yeah, but y'all used to that. We don't even
Yeah.
own
That
jackets
mean
down here.
shit.
Like, we're in the mountains. We're supposed to
You
be
know what
cold.
though? To your credit though, it's a lot more humid there than it is here. So
Yeah, the
it's
humidity.
that bone chilling shit.
It does.
Man, you know, it goes under 30 degrees here. We get a state of emergency.
That's true.
It's fucking cold.
Yeah, they got to start bringing in the plow trucks from Ohio and shit.
Hey, while you playing, Mike, we were on the phone, not to be, personal. We were on the phone, and I rode past that truck that was laying all that salt and shit on the road.
You
We
damn
was
sure
getting
did.
ice.
Yeah, they spray. It's almost like an antifreeze shit or something they throw down
Yeah.
there.
That's
Damn
weird.
Department of Transportation. I was like, damn, why this truck going so slow? Shit just flying all over my window and shit.
Well, I've lit a candle for you, and I'm praying for you, sir.
He said he lit a goddamn candle.
Hey man, the heater works. That power bill is gonna be high as hell.
Yeah, dude.
Oh.
That's how it was for us in the summertime, man. Goddamn, $400 fucking electric bills because we just want to keep it in the 60s in the house, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shit, in the summertime, you almost got to embrace the 70s in the
Oh,
house.
for
with
you
$400
have to,
power
yeah.
bill.
Embrace. It's got to be 70 degrees in my house. I can't do this. This 50. It was
70's
61
hot.
degrees when I woke up this morning. No, thank you. No, thank you.
51.
Sounds delightful.
I was going to say, to wake up to 51 degrees. Yeah.
No, he said 61.
Oh,
said
61?
61.
Oh, that's even better. They say 63 degrees is optimal sleeping temperature.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not optimized at 60. So
Me personally, I don't like that shit.
definitely.
Well, shit, speaking of
optimization,
yeah, I was
yes,
like, speaking of temperatures and houses, let's go ahead and go out into the yard.
Oh,
Dun,
it's that time again.
dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun. Yes, AJ's Yard, Super Championship Edition. I got the minis, I got the pops, I got the belt. The champ is here. My phone agrees. Everything from Raw to Rampage, everything in between, we're going to cover this week. Like I said, it is time for the MACKDOWN Podcast, and it is time to find out what everybody's talking about when it pertains to Austin Theory and that big old push he's getting. Yeah, that's right. On Raw, we are seeing the biggest push that I've talked about, and it is happening. Vince and Austin Theory are being a team. We're going to jump into that.
Boo.
We're also going to jump into the fact if Brock is really overlooking Bobby Lashley. I feel
course
that
he is.
way. You guys might feel that way. We'll reach in. We'll jump into that a little bit. Speaking of jumping into things, I've got to put the belt down for this one. Because WWE, you've made my shit list for what you did to my man Walter, Gunther, Stark, Walter, whatever the hell you guys wanted to do. You did it wrong. You should never have changed his name. We're definitely going to jump into that. And I am not the easiest person to be offended. The M to the O to the X, Moxley is back in AEW. We're definitely going to jump into that. Talk about his interaction, not only with the guys backstage, but with the fans as well. Speaking of interaction with the fans, Cody Rhodes, the TNT champion, looks like he's going to defend his title against Sammy Guevara, who's going to defend his title against Cody Rhodes in a ladder match similar to a WrestleMania ladder match that we may have had a long time ago. We're going to jump into that. And speaking of titles, we are definitely going to talk about Roman Reigns as the longest champion in WWE history since 1988. We're definitely going to jump into that because Roman, you are that one. And we're going to do a watch along as well. So cue you guys up to Dallas TakeOver. We're going to watch a great tag team championship match that the MD decided to pick himself. All that and more right here on the MACKDOWN Podcast. Back to you guys in studio.
We're back. Love it. Yeah, we are going to do a watch along, man. So we decided, we got the bucket. We're throwing names in. Cam actually just gave us one to throw in the bucket as well, so we can draw it out and see what happens after the end of the show.
Did you add it already?
Nice.
Not yet, but I'm going to.
Okay, because we'll pick another one.
We'll pick another one at the end of this one. But
Yeah, I'm not allowed to put any more into the buckets. Empty,
well, you've
right?
gotten all of yours picked back to back to back. So
back to back to
How the
back.
fuck does
Just
that
like
even
my title
happen?
reigns.
I'm positive
my
Cam's
title
going to get
reigns.
picked before mine because that's just going to be the way it is.
hey, if it does though, it's a great match. I'm just going to go ahead and I'll throw a little spoiler out there. Not even a spoiler.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. So right now we got NXT TakeOver Dallas, which I believe is season 3, episode 1, or was it episode 7? Let's see. Let me
Episode one, yeah.
It's episode
Before I get
one.
crazy here.
One.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One.
season 3, episode 1, WWE NXT TakeOver Dallas, and it's gonna be paused at 2 minutes and 50 seconds. And we're gonna watch the Revival versus the American Alpha. I was fucking that up last week. I kept saying American. Or the Alpha Academy. It's American Alpha.
Academy, yeah.
Jason Jordan and fucking Chad Gable. All right, but I got it paused here at 2 minutes, 50 seconds. You guys all ready?
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and count it down. 3, 2, 1, play.
All right.
So this
we
is
got a
the
crowd
takeover the night before WrestleMania 32 in Dallas, of course. And you guys know me, man. I'm gonna pick tag team matches because I love tag teams.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I love tag team wrestling, so that there might be a common theme as far as that goes.
Okay.
Hey, and also American Alpha was hella over at this time.
They were
mean,
definitely.
hella over in NXT.
I thought so too, and it was a slow build because when they first started the whole Gable is able shit, I was like, what the fuck is going on, man? Like, that's
Gable
corny
is
as
able.
shit. But it got over, man.
Hey, whatever works.
Well, him and Jordan did look good together too. The aesthetic was really good.
Yeah, they actually turned into a tag team. They're wearing their little sweatsuits now. Like, I don't know, man. There's just something
Hey,
about
Jordan-
tag teams that look similar. You know what I mean? Like when you throw two singles together, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, they also benefited each other well because you had the technician and the muscle.
Yeah.
So like
Exactly.
they were perfect. And I think also too, I mean, just while we're on it, like it don't get talked about like Jordan's career getting cut short. Like that dude had all the potential in the world.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he met his daddy, and his career went down from there. So
Yeah, I was gonna
it
say
happens.
what happened to him.
His neck got all fucked up.
His leg.
His
blew up.
it was his neck. His neck.
It's his neck.
Oh, his
yeah,
neck,
his neck,
yeah.
and he can't get cleared.
No.
Gotcha.
I don't know
Kurt
the
Angle
exact injury, but
took
yeah,
his-
it was something with his neck, and he had to have surgery, and yeah, it sounds like he's done.
Yeah, and then Kurt decided to, unadopt him, so it was great.
Hey man, he's still recognized as Kurt Angle's son on Wikipedia, just so you know.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Shut
he
the
is.
fuck up.
Yeah. Him and
Hey, I'm-
Sharmell. They think it's him and Sharmell.
That would have been hilarious,
tell-
that storyline.
That is funny.
I think too, like it's been a long time since. Like this is what I think about like the revival / FTR. It's been a long time since you've seen two guys who just love pro wrestling. Like they
Yeah.
love pro wrestling. Like it's not for the money, it's not for the fame. Like they love the aspect and the art of pro wrestling. And it's been a long time since we've had that, especially with tag teams.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, dude. And to me, this match really established the fact that tag team wrestling still does exist. You know what I mean? Because before this match, I mean, there'd been good matches here and there. Don't get me wrong. But after this match here, I was like, okay, I'm excited again for where tag team wrestling is going. And obviously, we see what happened in WWE, but
Yeah.
in AEW, I mean, shit.
I love it too. I love their old school vibe as well.
Yeah, and here's the thing. The crowd is so hot for this match, and I'm glad that they started this show off. And that was one thing about NXT back in the day, which we can lead in, we can transition out of this, when we talk about Monday Night Raw and things. But the pacing of NXT's takeover shows, or just take any NXT shows in general, easy for me to say,
Yeah.
they pace the shows incredible. You know what I mean? They always pace the shows great. They always started it hot. They always, you know what I mean? They kept the fans engaged. They knew when to peak. They knew when to slow down. They knew when to peak. You know what I mean? And what a great match to start a show right here.
Definitely. And it is all about the tag team wrestling. So you got four guys who are definitely into this match. They're doing everything that they possibly can do to keep this match engaged, keep the fans engaged. Everybody's hot. It's good. They were both at a good point in their careers as far as where they were in NXT. That
Dude, American Alpha was mega over at this
they
point.
was over. We wanted this match. We wanted this match a lot. So, and they delivered. It's very rare. It's like almost meeting your heroes. It's very rare.
One, like Cam said
Meet your
too,
expectations.
when you got two guys or two teams and four guys that actually care about the art of pro wrestling, like tag team wrestling to me is the epitome of pro wrestling. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Plus-
like you
plus
can
they
do
can
so
wrestle.
much more. Yeah, and there's just so much story you can tell.
Well, and everyone loves a team. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And like, I love the combination moves.
Yeah.
Well, and I even like this too, where it's like almost like athletic, real
Bravo's.
wrestler versus like a professional wrestler almost.
Yeah.
Well, it goes back to like you said, the team. Like it's two teams that weren't thrown together.
Yeah.
They dress alike, have the theme, same type of entrance. Like it's a pure pro wrestling match.
This is very this in the aspect of the styles. It's very much a Steiner Brothers and Arn and Tully feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
Which
did love the
they
Steiners
always-
back in the day, especially with the jackets. You're right.
Yeah.
The look, the attitude.
Plus, they're just real life shooters, man. They're just, goddamn, Gable's a fucking Olympian wrestler, And then Jason Jordan, he just got all the athletics in the world. Mm-hmm. Do y'all remember him in NXT in early NXT when him and Shawn Spears were a tag team? Do y'all remember that? And
they were gonna put him with Dawkins for a little while too.
Yeah.
Wow.
But he's like one of them tag team specialists. But he had like the curly ass afro when he would come out.
Well, they put him with who did he win the tag titles with? I believe it was Seth, right?
Oh wow.
You talking about Gable?
No, Jordan.
Oh, Jordan? Yes, he was tag team champions.
Dude, this has been super athletic.
I believe.
Yeah, these guys are nuts. And since we don't have the volume on, but the crowd is so hot for this match right now. They are fucking on fire. But yeah, oh man. Jordan,
Speaking
look
of
at
on
that
fire,
drop
I just
kick,
want to give
dude.
a quick time update. I'm at 9:01, 02, 03.
Yep,
9
I'm
minutes.
right there with you.
Right there. Okay, cool. Tag just made.
Yep, here they come. Hey, and I know Cam, you sent that tweet with Edge where he was at the show with Rock and Roll
night.
Express and FTR. Yeah. Damn, I didn't even know that was a fucking thing, dude.
Well, like
Well,
I said, I think that
Rock
match
and
was a
Roll
little
starting
late.
their farewell tour, so I think they're gonna go try to fight everybody.
They'll probably get on AEW television if that's the case.
Yeah, they probably will get on
Yep.
AEW TV. They're gonna fight.
Dude, they were the first when the NWA just rebooted and they got the first tag team championship tournament. They were the first ones to win that shit. They won that shit, the first ones, and then I don't know who the champion is now. I don't really follow the NWA like that, but
I know Chris Masters' belt. I'm sorry, bro. I know
you
you
got that
follow us
ugly
at
ass belt.
MACDOWN. I know you follow us at MACKDOWN Podcast. I know you definitely do. But we're sorry, but that belt, bro, like
It's hideous.
hideous,
And
bro.
there's a lot of rumors around him making a surprise appearance in the Rumble.
oh, Chris Masters,
Yeah, I can see
he's
that.
pushing for he's been vocal about it too.
why not? I mean, shit, if they're going to bring in an Impact champion, you know what I mean? Why couldn't they bring in an NWA champion? And maybe WWE sees the money that they can be making if they actually, use the forbidden door, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
unlock
and,
it.
And I think it's really cool that they have the understanding that they could potentially go ahead and start bringing in champions to fight in Royal Rumbles now.
Dude, yeah.
Making it really like, hey, this is the epitome of wrestling right now. You want to be a superstar? We understand gimmick, we understand character, but being at the top of the game, you have an opportunity to go here, baby. You see what it says there? You have an
WrestleMania.
opportunity to go to the showcase of champions. You have an opportunity to be the main event. Every wrestler in the world wants to do that, and the WWE is staying true to that.
Yep,
And I applaud them for that.
I agree.
I love the Royal Rumble. I always have.
Yeah, it's
Dude,
one of my favorite.
it's my
pay-per-views.
favorite pay-per-view of the year, to be honest.
It's my favorite match too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That needs to be next on the docket, man. If it wasn't in fucking St. Louis, Missouri this year, I would have maybe entertained the thought of going, but
I mean, it's kind of close, but
it's not that far. Yeah, I mean, it's
St. Louis.
still quite a few hours, but yeah, it's I wouldn't.
Double
That
Germans.
was a great little spot right there.
Yeah, I do
Where they
see.
tried
That's
to
what I
hold
mean.
each other.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tried to grab each other and they missed. Yeah. Oh, here we
Crowd
go.
going nuts.
These no-
They are going fucking ape shit, dude. Look at them all. See, it's really unfortunate that the NXT went away from this style right here, because obviously Vince is like, no, this is not what I want for the future. Like, they want to be more television and more like, The Fiend and
Yeah.
goofy shit.
Very more character driven. It's character based.
Yeah, it's a television show, right?
It's a television show about wrestling.
But these
Correct.
guys here, like this to me, this is pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Like,
well, and I like how in sync they are as far as like their moves and like
Nice.
you know what I mean.
well, NXT was very much too like on their house show loops that they would do. They would do like how WWE did back in the day, where they would have, 12, 15 matches in the span of getting ready for this match,
Yeah.
because they weren't on TV. You know what I mean? They're basically just working it out.
But they
On
would
the-
only
on the
do it
house
for like the
shows.
top two programs though. Like
Yeah.
90% of NXT house shows were squash matches.
Yeah.
But like you just getting the character. Other than like the top two programs at like NXT, like that'd be your semi-main and your main to like draw you to the house. and the rest of it will be featuring, at that time like Baron Corbin and featuring, just everybody, but they wouldn't be wrestling each other.
Didn't you go to an NXT house show?
No, I could have. It came to Columbia. I had a chance to have free tickets to go.
Oh, okay.
My old boss had tickets, but I didn't.
That would have been a cool show. You would have seen the who's who basically right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I mean that live event I went to with Cena though was incredible. It was the WrestleMania card.
That was the WWE show.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jealous that you got to see one of the GOATs. Jealous.
You never seen Cena live?
Of course, dude. Yeah.
I'm about to say.
I seen Cena at WrestleMania, bro.
You know who I never seen
Versus
live
The
though?
Rock.
Like, I've never seen Taker live ever.
Oh man, that was
Damn.
crazy. That's what Taker CM Punk live.
I seen Taker once, and that was at his WrestleMania debut.
Oh, see, there you go.
Well, technically, you've seen him twice.
I've seen Randy more than anybody. I think I've seen Randy at every show I've ever been to.
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, there's a lot of folks I haven't seen. I did see Cena. I seen Cena fight Ric Flair on a house show. Yeah, it was on a house show in Augusta.
That's weird.
That's a weird. Yeah.
It was like, I couldn't. It was like I wasn't even really watching wrestling at the time. I was out of it, but I got some tickets and took a buddy of mine and we went. Yeah, dude, and Ric Flair fought John Cena. So if you think about it, it's like that's a cool match to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It just
That's
history-wise
nostalgia.
goes.
Yeah, history for sure.
But John Cena was just on his like it was like US champ John Cena.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there was a lot of people on that show too. Batista, Randy was there, but they were all young.
That is a good submission right there.
One of the earliest shows that I went to was back in the 90s, and I got to see like Brett versus Owen. And
yeah, and didn't you also see Brett and Yoko and Shawn and Razor and
yeah, I was there at 10.
Crush and Randy Savage? How could you forget that one?
Crush and Randy Savage.
Chris and Randy Savage. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, you damn
my
sure did.
God.
You seen that shit live.
That's right. Those motherfuckers, and he was all the way back. He hung him by his feet.
Yeah, he hung him up by his feet and ran out to the ring. Yeah.
He's shackled. And we're watching this on the damn screen like, what is going on? And Macho's running back to the ring. Oh, my God. Yeah.
That's hilarious.
That was his last WrestleMania.
It needed to be.
I was at the event that got CM Punk buried with the Fed forever. I was at December to Dismember.
Jesus.
Oh.
Kind of botched that move.
I was gonna say that was not good.
Oh, he's like, you didn't tag. You're not legal. Get out of here. See, it's the little things, guys.
Yeah, I agree.
Storytelling.
The subtleties.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that move prior to that, like right prior to what they did, but it looked like something they were supposed to do differently.
I don't know, man. I think. See, look at what they're doing though. They build up the crowd. They're building, and then they're like, now we're down, and then they're gonna build, and then they're down because they know it's almost like
roller coaster.
it's a roller coaster ride. So you gotta take them on the journey. So it's like you get them built, and then bring them back down.
Yep.
Oh.
But yeah, these guys here, man, and I feel like at this point. These two tag teams were established as some of the best on the planet. Even though they're in NXT, like they did a great job establishing the talents right here.
Oh, yeah. Every time I see American Alpha's name, the song just goes through my head. American males. It's American males.
Apparently, if you play that song backwards, it says smack your grandma or some shit.
What the fuck?
Smack your grandma.
Yeah, that's what it sounds
Smack
like.
your grandma.
Yeah. It's weird.
Hilarious.
Smack your grandma.
Like, who the fuck would have ever thought that?
Yeah, that was quite a move. Oh, okay. All right, buddy.
Look at Chad Gable just fucking, or not Chad Gable, I keep calling him that.
Jason Jordan
firing up.
Oh, Exploder.
Any dude that wear the singlets always get pissed off halfway through and take it off.
That's
They're
why
like,
Kurt's
"Now
his
I'm
daddy. He
wearing
did the same damn
shorts."
thing Kurt does.
I think
know-
everybody does that wears those, though.
Yeah.
I feel like
He's been
Jerry
selling
Lawler
Kurt's
even
son.
did it.
Yeah.
You know? Jerry Lawler was the king of pulling the strap down.
The one strap.
As soon as you knew that strap came down, shit was about to get real, you know?
Yeah, you about to get punched in the mouth.
That was basically hulking up for him.
shit has hit the fan.
Oh, come on
Oh.
now. Oh.
Oh wow. Okay.
Good teammate.
No flips, just fists, huh?
They're doing a lot of that. Oh, what? Oh, I was going to say.
And he's still kicked out.
I wish we could add sound to this. I'm gonna have to look into seeing what like what
What the
will
rules are?
copyrighted out. Yeah,
That's
because it'd be
why
great
I've
to
been
patch in
using
a
a
little
little bit.
sound here and there.
And like that hot spots, like I'll mute so I can hear the crowd.
Yeah.
Well, you're not hearing it through mine, are you? Because I don't have
No.
No.
Okay, good.
No. Oh wow.
They've been doing a lot of variety. I like that.
Yeah, and they're reversing a ton, and
Oh,
Oh,
Bang.
that
the
was
uppercut.
save.
Uppercut.
Oh,
tag
his
team wrestling at its
shoulders are
finest
way
right
up.
there.
Oh,
Save your buddy.
saved him.
Save your buddy.
Good teammate. Good teammate. He did the
Oh,
right thing.
damn.
Oh,
Just
jeez.
dumped him.
Oh.
Yeah, he did.
Do y'all remember what the
Nasty
main
landing.
event was to this show?
Shinsuke and shit. Who did Shinsuke
No,
fight?
no. Shinsuke fought Sami Zayn.
No, I think it
Yeah,
was
he was-
Finn Balor.
He was in the middle of the
and-
card. He got a stupid pop.
Was
Samoa
it Finn
Joe?
and Samoa Joe? Maybe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Poor Samoa Joe, man. God damn, he got a Raw end of the deal.
Yeah.
And so did Finn now, you know. Finn's
Yeah.
the first Universal Champion, and that was...
You would never know.
Yeah, he doesn't seem
That
like
was
that.
his height.
They stripped him of his demon character, and then they only used it one time just to get Roman over, and then that was it. And then they just went away from it again.
Dude, the ring pop. You didn't see John Cena come out?
What?
You didn't see John Cena come out and push Finn? Push the demon off the top rope?
Oh, you
I
motherfucker.
missed it. Yeah, I didn't see him.
No, because you can't see John Cena. Hello?
Exactly.
Is that why he was flailing on the ground like that?
That's why he was...
Yeah, John Cena was trying to pick
Cena
him
was
up.
Pick him up. Yeah, Cena was kicking him.
That's terrible.
1, 2. Oh.
Of course. Here we go.
Hey, you know what's crazy though is, you know, the Revival, they left WWE, and they honestly, I think they were like one of the first ones that were like, you know what, we're not going to resign, we're going to fucking get out of here. We want to be pro wrestlers. We're not trying to be some goofy jester clowns, because that's about what they were going to be had they stayed. They were going to look like
Well,
fucking jokers, man.
You could also argue though that I don't think that they're getting, used to their potential now either.
No, I feel like they've been kind of put in programs here and there, and they're the AAA tag team champions still. But
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
it's just like
that's
whatever.
ridiculous. Oh, that's it.
Uh-oh.
Well, that's
One,
probably part of it
two.
too, because they're probably showing up on
Is that
in
it?
Mexico.
They
for
got
their
it. Shows the
shows.
3.
Oh,
New
shit.
tag team
Look at the
champions
crowd,
of
man.
the
Look at the
NXT World.
crowd just going nuts.
They're crying. I'm crying. You're not crying. You're crying. We're all crying. Yeah, I'd cry too if I won a title. I cry if I won a 24/7 title right now. I'd
Oh,
be
dude,
like,
yeah, it's a WWE title.
He has
one.
that
Yeah.
like atypical baby cry though. He's like, where he's like,
Like he's already got snot. Look, it's all over the belt.
Damn.
But I think at this point, like Jason had been in developmental like
Dude,
5 or 6 years. So like
he
it's
was
been
in
an uphill struggle for
FCW
him.
before NXT even was a
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like, he came over in the transition.
So like that's like genuine emotion from him because he done been through it all.
Finally.
Yeah, he went through multiple looks, multiple different tag team partners, and then
Yeah.
finally this one stuck. You know, and he wasn't a singles wrestler for very long before this, because he was, like I said, he
Yeah.
was with Shawn Spears. Or whatever the fuck, Ty Dillinger.
do you think it's interesting they're putting
Perfect
Gable
10.
kind of back in the same role, but just with Otis?
No, I mean, I think that, I feel like he would be great on his own, but he's a good tag team specialist as well. You know what I mean? Because it just, he pairs better with a bigger, powerful dude.
I'm not. That's hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely think we're about to see a Chad Gable singles run.
You think so?
I think
That'd be
in
cool.
AEW.
Oh, well, that's a hot take.
Cam with the.
All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and stop
You
this
ain't gonna
now.
see it.
Yep.
You ain't gonna
Double
see
splash.
it in WWE.
All right, so that's the end of that match, guys. What'd you guys think overall? What's your take back from that?
You know, it's really interesting watching it with no sound. It kind of dulls it just a smidge, not going to lie. It's still a great
Yeah.
match, don't get me wrong. But I feel
Oh,
like
Michelle Beadle. Woo.
What's that?
I was talking about Michelle Beadle. She
Oh.
was a huge like WWE.
But yeah, I feel like that was the match too. When I seen that shit, it was like, wow, that may have stole the whole goddamn weekend right there. You know, they started hot. The crowd was there for it the whole way. Like, you know, the crowd always plays such a
really
big
good
part.
match.
Yeah.
Yo, I did not know Ibushi was at ringside. Holy shit.
Oh yeah, Kota Ibushi. Yeah, because they were doing that whole thing where they were doing the cruiserweight tournament around that time, right?
Like going back and seeing all these people now is crazy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Well, with that same type of momentum, here's a good transition from that. You guys thinking about seeing these guys how they were before and how they are now, knowing that the history of how you took someone and you took a chance on them and they wind up being that big star, we kind of see that happening right now on Raw with Austin Theory. I've always said it from the beginning. Austin Theory is going to be that guy.
Well, they're putting him with Vince, and I mean, if you're with Vince, like, you know,
I guess you're that guy.
yeah, everybody that's with Vince is always pushed to the top. Everybody's been a world champion that's been associated with him like that.
It took Drew a little longer than
whose
it
idea?
should have. Whose idea was what? To put him with
Put him with Vince. Yeah. Do you think Vince was told, or you think Vince handpicked him?
Vince handpicked him. Vince has never told anything. Vince is just, you can suggest.
Yeah.
But you ain't.
Well, I mean, I think Bruce Pritchard kind of has that pull. Vince, we're gonna push this guy.
I'm like, is it just me or did Austin Theory kind of come out of nowhere? Fucking though, like.
No, he didn't.
To me,
he was always there. He was always in the background. He's just now getting that he's now getting put through the hourglass. You're now seeing him more apparent.
I don't like his character at all.
Me either.
I don't like his promo. I mean, he has good in-ring work. I will give him that, but
Yeah, he can wrestle his
and
ass off.
you know, the
He
promo
got
can
good
build. But,
physique too.
yeah, he's
What I
got a
think-
Vince body for sure.
And
What I
here's the
think he
deal.
took-
Go
I
ahead.
think he took. I just think he took. What the hell's old boy's name? Gimmick, and just
Buddy?
started using it.
Oh
Waller?
no. I know who you're talking about. Ziggler's brother, right?
Not Ziggler's brother. Man, the one that just got cut. That was with Fandango. Tyler Breeze. Breeze.
Oh, okay.
Well, not really. I mean, it's so far between. The
Well,
only
how?
thing that they have together is the picture, and he's
The
just
selfie
more
shit.
so.
That's the
He's
gimmick,
just more
though.
so, but the gimmick is more of the embarrassed. Then I'm going to take a picture and put it on social media. Tyler Breeze was more in the sense of I am a.
He was into himself. He
model.
wanted to see
He was
himself.
into himself. Yeah, I'm a model, and you know he was built from his summer estate in France. Like, come on, bro. Like you know you're not you're not Austin Theory. Austin Theory is taking pictures and being annoying. Very different than trying to be a male model. You know that was Tyler Breeze's gimmick. The phone is just a similarity there. But
Yeah.
Austin Theory, his whole thing is I want to. Like the nostalgia. Oh, look, I have all these people over here that you guys think are good. Let me get pictures with them as I kick their ass. I like that concept.
I mean, it's the
just
modern, like,
execution.
what's the word I'm looking for? It's just their mentality now. You know what I mean? They're always taking pictures of literally everything,
Right.
everything. So it only makes sense that they would have a character now that would come out and be, you know, same guy. I can't
Yeah.
believe he's
Right.
not doing TikTok videos yet. You know what I mean?
Well, he actually is.
Oh, is he? Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
He's all over social media. Go ahead, Mr.
Well, another difference is Tyler Breeze. That was his idea, probably. I would think.
It was.
Because
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
NXT. It was totally different. Now,
Oh,
you know, Theory's in Raw, so like, it's probably all Vince. Like, yeah, you're gonna do this. We're gonna be together doing it together. Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Plus,
That's
you gotta
why
realize
Breeze
where
is
Austin
not
Theory
there no
came
more.
from. Austin Theory was the former Pride champion, I believe.
Progress.
What was it? Progress. Excuse
Yeah.
me, Progress champion.
It's on the
Yeah.
network, actually. He fought Josh Briggs. Remember I told you I could show you a
Yeah.
match if you didn't know who was in it, and you would never guess that was Josh Briggs. It don't even look the same as the way he looks now. It's weird.
Definitely, and that like I said, that program Progress, they definitely progressed and pushed through a lot of champions that we see today, and that's where they all came from. That
They got a lot of that
independent
shit on the
circuit.
network. Progress and WXW and
Yeah,
fucking,
where Drew
yeah.
McIntyre came from,
Yep.
Aleister Black came from, and these are all guys who became big stars even in different companies.
Yeah.
So you can't overlook them. And speaking of overlooking, to progress through Raw a little bit here, do you guys think Brock is overlooking Bobby?
Yeah, I think so. I think you said that, or I've said that a couple weeks ago. Like, after Bobby Lashley won that Fatal 4-Way, they're like, They come back and they interview with Brock, and they're like, "Hey, so Bobby just won the match. What do you think?" And he's like, "Tell Roman I'm going to see him on SmackDown." Like, he didn't even fucking acknowledge it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't even acknowledge it. And
That's
then
because you have to acknowledge Roman.
yeah,
Just throwing it out there.
At all
you do
times.
have to. Yep, that's true.
And we will acknowledge him definitely. But Brock's champ right now. Brock's walking around like he is the King of Kings. Shout out to you, Hunter. And I'm really thinking that Bobby might be going over at Rumble.
We'll see. If he
Ooh.
doesn't, then we're getting title for title at Mania with him and Roman. That's kind
I
of
still
what
think
I'm
we're getting
thinking.
that too. I think we're getting a triple.
Yeah,
threat
but then
match.
what are they doing with Roman and
Whoa.
fucking Seth? Is that just going to end at Royal Rumble? I don't know.
Well, definitely, we'll see how that happens at Rumble, and we definitely might be giving some Rumble predictions. I mean, we might throw that down in our Big Four of the week. We might see if anybody can predict it, because the Rumble is next week.
I wonder if
We got a
that's
lot
why
of-
they've been doing a lot of cross brand appearances.
Well, of course.
You know what I mean? Just
Of
because
course.
of Rumble.
Hopefully, it's because they're foreshadowing they're gonna combine both of them and have just
Exactly.
one champion. One
we'll
women's,
see.
one men's, and then like you said, AJ, you can keep both singles titles if you want. That's fine.
Right.
But they need to combine. They need to go ahead and combine the rosters because that's best for business right now, as far as
Right.
telling stories and having new matches, fresh matches. Like
Yeah.
it's
Definitely,
stale
you
as
can
fuck.
bounce around. With the United States champion goes on SmackDown real quick, and the Intercontinental champion comes on Raw for the week. And they start rivaling somebody over there. We'll go, why are you over here? You know what? I should take that belt, or vice versa. It's just a great, fresh coat of paint.
Paint a coat. Yeah.
Paint a coat.
So do you think more like, instead of combining the roster, do you think if you're a champion, you can just bounce to both shows?
Even better.
That's what I would.
That
That's
would
what I
help.
would like.
Instead of like just combining both rosters and you're getting the same program on both shows every week.
Right. Keep a solid
Yeah.
roster on each show, but have
Yeah,
champions.
and then every champion can bounce back and forth if they want
I like
to
that.
without explanation. I mean,
That'd be fine.
but I kind of like the surprises. Like, I mean, like if you look at SmackDown, like Big E got a huge pop. Nobody was expecting to see Big E.
No, and Big E and Kofi, it's one of the greatest tag teams of all time, if not the
Yeah.
greatest WWE tag team of all time. So,
Yeah,
And same thing when Seth showed up
yeah.
on Raw, no different.
I mean,
yeah.
if you look at the end of Raw, like when the Usos came through the crowd, like fucking electricity went through the building. So
well,
it's
because
like,
I think too, because the fans, like you said, they're not expecting them to be there
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. It is, yeah.
So you kind of know the card.
it's putting
You know what I mean?
putting a little bit of kayfabe without having to really be kayfabe.
Yeah. Well, it just keeps it exciting. It's a breath of fresh
Yeah.
air. You get to see some new faces that you never thought you were going to see. You know what I
Right,
mean?
Totally.
Right.
So
Well, you get
nobody
to go
thought
back
they were going to
that
see
element.
Big E on SmackDown. You know what I mean? Nobody went
Yeah.
there thinking that.
And you get that element of anything can happen again.
Yep.
Because I mean,
And
y'all
that's
remember,
a
like,
great element to have.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, like when we were kids, like, well, I know me personally. I don't want to speak for everybody else, but I know for me, like, the most must-see moments of Raw growing up was basically the overrun, that 11 to 11:10 every week, because you knew
Yeah.
something was going to happen.
Yeah.
So
every week. Yep.
Nitro too, but that overrun every week at the end was like what you waited for. You waited 3 hours or 2 hours.
Just to see that.
You're
Just
like,
for the
I'm ready for
overrun,
the
'cause you knew,
chaos.
like,
Yep.
you never knew what was going to happen at the end of a show.
Well, and they always did such a great job, like building to that moment, so it wasn't, not just randomly thrown at you. It was like they foreshadowed it all the way through the entire show,
Yeah.
and then you get your payoff at the end of the show.
Yeah, or it'd be they
or
talk
it's a
about,
false,
like, they would talk about Steve or Taker or HBK or Hunter the whole show, like just keep bringing them up, and you haven't seen him.
Yeah,
And then, of course, in the overrun, their music hits, and you've been building up, and then you get your payoff at the end.
yeah,
That's kind of like when the Fiend, is that
yeah.
when he came out? Remember when you guys went to that live show, the one I didn't end up going to?
Oh yeah.
And it was kind of like,
He came out with Seth. Yeah,
yeah, and it was kind of like totally a shock, and you guys weren't expecting him to show up, and
goosebumps moment
Yeah.
for real. That was like one of those moments
Yeah,
that I did not expect. So when that shit happened, like, and then that screech, dude, it was so fucking like penetrating, like it just, I don't know. It was like
And
piercing my ears.
that entrance was mind blowing, man. It was just like I couldn't believe. It's almost like when you first see the Undertaker entrance, like live. When I saw the Undertaker's entrance at WrestleMania, and I know you've seen it as well, Mike.
Completely different, though. Completely different.
Right. Yeah, I saw the flamboyancy of all of it. It's
The 20-minute
like
version?
it's awe. It's an awe moment. It's like, wow, like this is same thing with Hunter. Hunter's entrance at Mania, bro. I'm like, holy shit!
Yeah.
Like I've seen you before, like, but this is transcends all things that you would ever imagine. So that Fiend entrance was just like that.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely like, wow.
Yeah, and but again, we left the show going, holy shit, that was fucking badass. Like, wow. And it's the last thing you remember, you know what I mean? So it's like, of course, you're going to get that. And Seth was the champ at the time, so you know what I mean? Like, they had their interaction and all that good shit. So, I don't know, man. Live events are always a lot funner than TV events sometimes, too.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But I think it'll
like,
help shake it up.
But bringing it back full circle to, like, the rosters, I do hope they got to do something. They got to freshen it up. So, you know, whether it be the champions or even if they want to go as far as like somebody you're affiliated with, they're coming as my guest type thing. It's like, give us an example. Like, don't make us feel dumb because we're okay with it, but it can't just show up with no explanation either. Like that
don't insult our
sense.
Intelligence. You know what I mean? And they're really good at doing that. That's what they're really good at doing.
They try their best, definitely.
I mean, you know, like with Big E showing up, like I don't need an explanation on that. Like Kofi went and got Big Brother.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, not even Big Brother because he's a little brother, but he went and got,
Little Big Brother.
Baby.
Yeah, Little Big
he
Brother.
he got family. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't need an example. So, you know, just keep it like you said, Mike. Don't insult our intelligence because some stuff is common sense.
Yeah.
But but it does keep a fresh aspect of it. So I kind of like the surprises. I'm not gonna be one to, you know, shit on people just showing up on other brands because I like the element of surprise in pro wrestling.
Same.
That's good. Any other takeaways from Raw, guy?
Zero.
Other takeaways you guys
Vince needs to get off TV. That's it.
Oh,
when
wow.
him and Austin Theory are doing their interactions, I'm just like, this is so fucking bad. Like,
Well,
how many
it sounds
goddamn
like
cameras do we need?
Thursday.
They got 10 cameras in the fucking production shots, and it's like a legit real life soap opera. And it's like, okay, come on, this is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you're saying anymore. And now you're saying you're gonna break every bone in his body. Okay, old man Vince. That's why I laughed and said, if that was going to be the case, if he would have lost and he would have went backstage and Vince tried to fucking actually get physical with him, and then Austin Theory just grabbed his arm, like holding it like he's a little baby child, or like Vince just is like an old guy, and just is like, okay, old man, here, sit down, and he puts him down in a chair or some shit, that would have been funny to me. I would have popped for that.
Vince isn't going to make himself look like that, though.
Exactly, and that's why I was like, this is stupid.
He's got too big of an ego.
I think I like the main event was really good. Seth and Bobby had a really good match. I don't feel like that's the right place for the Hurt Business to really be involved. I can understand what like the Usos.
Who knows what the
interfering.
fucking Hurt Business even is anymore? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I mean, I just don't. I think we could have done without Shelton and Cedric interfering, but like it would have made sense to like for the Usos to come in and cause Seth the match.
Yeah.
Like that would make sense. You didn't need interference from on both sides, if that makes sense. Like it's overbooking almost.
Hey.
Well, that's what the WWE is good for.
They step on their own toes way too much.
Well, speaking of stepping on toes and moving forward,
yeah, please.
WWE recently caught a lot of fire this week when they pretty much announced that they are going to be changing a superstar's name and bought the rights for a wrestling name, Gunther Stark. Now, for those people who are not familiar with Gunther Stark, I'll give you a quick history lesson. Gunther Stark is a German commander back in the day during the World War II era that was a bona fide, straight-up, 100% Nazi.
Yep.
The WWE went ahead and got the rights to Gunther Stark, changing it to Gunther to, you know, take a little shine, put a little shit on Shinola.
I think he's still pronouncing
but
it
he's
as
still pronouncing it
Gunther.
Gunther, right?
Yeah.
Gunther.
Well, he
He's
is
definitely
Austrian.
still pronouncing it as Gunther. So WWE went and caught a lot of backlash from this, and recently a lot of articles have now stated that the WWE has officially backtracked and Walter will now be called Walter again. The Gunther Stark gimmick name has been dropped.
Are you sure about that? Because they
Yes.
were saying that they were going to go ahead and go forward with Gunther. They've already changed his name on his social media, on WWE websites.
On the website.
Well,
on
It's
the
on the
website
roster.
itself.
Yeah.
Well, they
on the
took the
roster?
Stark out. They got rid of the Stark.
They
Yeah.
got rid of the Stark part, but they still have his name changed to Gunther. But it's like, come on, man.
And the way they did it was the most awkward experience because he's just like grabs the mic and this match was won by Gunther and just throws in. You're like, what the fuck did he even say?
Yeah, and then everybody starts like fighting and shit and jumping in, but it's like weird. Yeah, all of a sudden. But here's the thing: how do you change a motherfucker's name midway into his run? Like it's not like Walter's been there for like 6 months. He's been there for multiple years now. He's the longest reigning fucking UK champion ever. You know what I mean? So it's like he's already established at this point.
Well, I was going to say, and probably has one of the most like epic entrances in the NXT world right now. That's the most recognizable. So yeah, you're taking one of your more recognizable characters and completely washing them out.
Yeah, just like starting over. Like, no, we don't like this. It's whatever. We're going to start over something new.
What is wrong with the name Walter though? I mean,
nothing,
I still don't
dude.
understand.
It's a perfect name.
Nothing.
It's not Vince's.
Right. It's Vince doesn't own it. So in that case, he's going to create a new name.
He wants
so
to
can
do
get the
to
money.
Waller like he's doing to all the new athletes coming in.
Braun Breaker.
He's
a
making
Steiner.
him. He wants to change Waller into what he wants him to be. Walter. I'm sorry. I don't know why I want to say Waller for some reason.
Because Waller's on that Austin Theory bandwagon, baby.
But anyway, so like it's just what Vince wants. That's all it is.
Whatever Vince
wants to monetize it. That's all.
That's it right there, bro. And you just hit the nail on the head. It's fucking greed. It's like, well, I can't use your name and make money off of it, and I want to completely own it solely.
Yeah. I don't want you to have any royalties. Like you can get royalties while you're here, but then
that's literally why, dude. It's really annoying.
It'd be one thing if he was like debuting and changing his name,
right?
Like that'd be one thing I could understand it a little
like
better.
Finn Balor,
but,
totally.
Like this motherfucker was a whole United Kingdom world champ for about 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he was the leader of a whole ass faction on NXT television.
Yes,
still is. Yeah,
they fought. Didn't they fight? Was it Undisputed Era? Did they fight them or?
Dude, they fought all of them. They fought Undisputed Era, dude. They were like right now they're fighting.
No, where what's his name got injured though? Where Wolf got injured. Remember Wolf got injured in the middle of the match.
Yeah.
Oh
and
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Then he got cut.
Wasn't that Sanity when he was with Sanity?
No, not when he got split open. When he got German, like dumbass. He tried to German AOP dude off the thing through the table. Not when he did that. When he was with Imperium. When Imperium was the 4-man team.
Yeah.
Because remember, it was the tag team. It was Wolf.
Was it Imperium in Undisputed Era in a fucking?
I think it was Undisputed Era. It was the 4-on-4 Undisputed Era and them. And he got hurt, I think.
Because I thought Ciampa fought against both of them. Wasn't Ciampa in both of them against Adam Cole?
I don't think that. I don't
in the
think
4-on-4.
I don't think that was a whatchamacallit. It was during Survivor Series weekend is when that happened.
Because I know Ciampa's been in a couple War Games,
but
I know Undisputed Era was in all the War Games up until this last one.
Right, but it wasn't a War Games match with Imperium. I think it was just
I see what you're saying.
Undisputed Era versus Imperium, and it was during SummerSlam or Survivor Series weekend, one of the big 4 weekends, and they had an NXT where I got to look that up. But he got hurt during the match. Wolf got hurt really bad during the match.
But either way, I mean that's but he's been on WWE television. I think he was wasn't he in the Rumble as Walter?
I don't think Walter was ever in the Rumble.
Was he never in the Rumble yet?
No,
he will be this year.
He was ever in the Rumble.
No,
you think he'll be in it this year?
Gunther will be in it this year. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
But so bad job on them, especially after all the backlash of knowing that Gunther Stark is a fucking Nazi name, and they still rode with it. They still put it on television, even though
they had plenty of time to backtrack before announcing it or making any changes. They had more than enough time. Because I remember I got confused because I had saw this clip and it was like, oh, WWE, trademarks the rights to Nazi Commander, and I was like, I'm sorry, they're gonna name someone Nazi Commander. That's what that's literally what I thought initially when I saw it.
I thought it was just gonna be the dude that's with damn Apollo. I thought they were just.
Yeah,
because he's already Commander Aziz. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were like changing him up a little bit to be close to someone like that. But what they decided to do is actually go full circle and take a guy from Austria-Hungary, which is like, bro, do you realize Adolf Hitler was literally from Austria? Like, Too
They're
many
neighbors,
saying.
dude. They're
That's what I'm
like, yeah.
saying.
Too many correlations. Like, there are certain things you just don't touch. You know
Nope.
what I mean? It's just like, it's unnecessary. You have nothing else. That's what you have to do. Let me go find somebody nasty. I can see Vince now. Get me a nasty name. Get me a Nazi name, damn it. I want a Nazi in there.
It's ridiculous,
Like,
dude.
Well, that's the thing that bothers me the most about it is like he's trying to find the sneaky old white way to get his like racist bullshit still like on
The
TV.
stereotype, wrestling
nasty heel,
stereotypes.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's so irritating. Like, okay, it's 2022. At some point, you got to shift away from that and maybe
Right,
just like stand on the talent that you have and their abilities and not gimmicks. Doesn't make any
Amen,
fucking
sister.
sense.
Yeah,
Amen.
and
Let
it's
them
19.
have
It's not
regular
1970 anymore,
names.
dude.
Let them have their own name if they want. Shit.
It's not so much that it's not that either. You want to heal, then do heelish things today. Austin Theory, great heel, because he's that annoying ass TikTok social media asshole that you want to smack all the time. That's great, because you know what? That's not racist. That didn't kill Jewish people.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's
That
not
killed brain
genocide.
cells. You know what I mean? That's what we don't want our kids to become. That's a great heel. Waller walking around like he's cocky. He owns a place. It's almost Rock-esque when Rock was the $500 shirt Rock. You know what I mean? That's the type of annoyance and villains that we want to see if you're going to create character-based TV. Don't give me something that touches so much on the line of something that is just unnecessary and not. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be something you want to put forth in your company. You shouldn't want your company associated with, especially a publicly traded company.
And your program is for children? Oh, and your program is for children.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah, we're all children. Yeah, the show is for children, but yet Rusev is a cuck and fucking he's got erectile dysfunction and all this fucking dumb shit, dude. It's like, what are we doing here? Is the show for kids or what? Like, don't say that this is a kid's show, but then talk about shit like that, because I'm sure all the kids are like, what's a cuck, mom? You know? What's ED? Like, come on, they're insulting our fucking intelligence, dude, and it's ridiculous.
It is real annoying, I'm not going to lie.
Well,
It's real fucking annoying.
keeping our finger on the pulse here and trying to give WWE some type of, I guess, good shining on what they can produce. Braun Breaker and Escobar are going to start a nice little title program, it looks like here. I think that's going to be good for Braun as far as a real good first title contender outside of Ciampa, building him up for that Waller, for that Waller meeting that's going to eventually happen. But Escobar coming up first. What do you guys think? Thoughts?
I wasn't expecting Escobar, to be honest with you. I thought it was going to be like Von Wagner or fucking someone like that. You know what I mean? Or Walter even. I mean, or Gunther.
Gunther.
Whatever the fuck his name is, he would have been a better foil. But I see what they're doing. They're gonna build Walter in their own way back to whatever, if they want to use Gunther or whatever, and then they're gonna have Braun continue his hot streak, and then they're gonna eventually meet. They're eventually going to have their face to face. That's the program in NXT right now, is Walter and Braun Breaker.
That's what it's all leading up to.
Yeah. So all these people that are going to be before that match happens, it's just going to be, Braun's going to go through them. Same thing with Walter. And then
I thought it was a good choice though, because he's got his little faction around him. You know what I mean? So I think that makes him feel, and he's kind of arrogant. You know what I mean? He's just kind of like, who the fuck are you? You know what I mean? So I like that part of it.
Right.
Well,
So
it also gives Braun like people to work with. Like he can work with the faction and he can work with
Right. They'll build him super strong too. It'll be like they'll keep him.
They have some bumping feeders for the program.
Yes, sir.
Before they even have to touch.
Well, then he's like, "Oh, you need your whole team to bring me down? Fuck you." You know what I mean?
And they're going to keep Braun Breaker on that. Hopefully, they keep him elevated to where they keep him super strong.
They have to, right?
They got to do something, man.
Yeah.
All their superstars are 40 plus years old right now, like the legit superstars, minus a couple here and there. But for the most part, everybody's like 40 or older right now. That's like mega over.
Yeah.
Like I said, within the exception of like Seth and Roman.
Yeah, but they're in their 30s.
But they've also been in that system since before NXT.
Right. Yeah. They were in FCW before the transition to the NXT. Yeah. Yeah.
Which even then, back then, before NXT, it was a WWE like breeding ground.
Yeah. Dusty ran it. Yeah. Well, FCW's dude. I didn't realize how old FCW was.
it's been
They're
around for a
fucking
very long
old.
time.
How,
Like in the 80s old.
Wow.
Yeah, they've been around for
Yeah.
like ever. So
Damn.
and it's been Dusty's promotion. So it's like Dusty basically was helping filter in talent, and then NXT came in and WWE came in and just like said, "Hey, let's absorb this," and that's why Dusty was a part of it. In the main of
That makes
Dusty
sense.
Dusty passed the belt over to Seth when there was the first NXT champ, and like so.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
But yeah,
didn't know
dude,
that.
I did not realize like that. Yeah, that's some old shit.
Yeah. Very
You didn't realize? I'm shocked.
I know, right? Crazy.
I'm shocked, Cotton.
I don't know everything. I know from like WWF on, basically.
Well, we know that the F is out,
Yeah.
but you know what's back? One thing that is back is John Moxley, baby. Moving on to Dynamite.
Yeah, let's move on.
What in God's name was wrong with that fan who decided to insult John
What did he
Moxley
say,
his
dude? I
night
couldn't
back?
even hear what he said.
He basically shouted that Moxley is drunk and should just go back home. Yeah.
Wow, yeah, because he basically was
Something
like,
about
"You can
something
go
about
fuck
fucking your
yourself." He's
sobriety.
like, "Get that piece of shit out of here."
Yep. He
Dropped a
said
live
something
fuck
about
bomb on
you
TBS.
He did do that.
Definitely.
Well deserved,
But
though, I
Mox
guess.
But the Mox is back. He gave a passionate promo. It was a little bit all over the place, you know what I mean? But he gave his passionate promo back, and it looks
Dude,
like
he was missed.
He was typical Mox, but he looked 5 years younger.
Dude, I said
agree.
the same thing. He looks a lot leaner, dude. He looked way more healthy. Yeah, for
His
sure.
face didn't he didn't have the scarecrow eyes.
He wasn't
like,
swollen.
He looked, he looked younger.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
agree.
a Mox promo is a Mox promo. Like
right. Yeah, exactly.
all over the place is what you're gonna get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. He ain't never
Yeah.
been known for cutting a 5-star promo.
No, that's true.
It ain't the Tokyo.
I mean, it wasn't a bad promo.
No, it wasn't.
No.
It was passionate. Yeah,
Yeah.
He's just his own. He's his own promo style, and you either like the aggressive promo or you don't like the aggressive promo.
Yeah.
Your call. But it wasn't for him. It was his promo.
No,
Yep.
he's thirsty, and he definitely proved that he was.
Well,
But he's
dude, did you
thirsty to
see
come
too
back
that
and
the numbers, man, that he got like for the ratings beat everything.
Yeah.
When he was on television, he was that segment was #1 on television. Period.
Yeah, you heard how quiet that crowd
And-
was too. They listened to every word he said.
And I
man.
told y'all, like I've been telling y'all for a couple weeks, like they were missing him. Like they were missing that top star.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Because here's the thing, AEW they've had a path. Everybody's been on a good rise. You know what I mean? They've been boiling pretty well and everything. But I feel like there's we just talked about it, that his star power has been missed from the show, and it's, I don't know, man. You could feel the energy as soon as his music hit. You could feel the energy in the crowd change, and you're like, oh wow, like he's a fucking superstar. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily agree with his choice of music, but that's just a personal preference.
Yeah, the music is a little.
I don't
weird,
like
though.
the whole Wild thing.
Me
theme.
too.
I liked his original like Prison Break theme.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree wholeheartedly.
Well, I definitely think Moxley's the guy, but you know who ain't the guy?
Uh-oh.
Hangman. Hangman ain't that guy. Mike, what you think?
Oh, well, dude, I feel like they really have, his push has been extremely lackluster, and now they're putting him with Lance Archer, and to me, I don't see it, man. I've never been a Lance Archer guy. I don't know if this is because maybe he's about to be on his way out the door. I don't
Giving
fucking
him
know.
one last push, maybe.
He just
Yeah.
and he just doesn't look good anymore. I mean, he took that spot on his head, and ever since he did that, he doesn't look the
Archer?
same. Yeah, Archer.
Mhm.
You know, he just looks like somebody's fat dad. You know, and seeing someone who's like playing such a murder hawk and all this other crap. Like, I know you go to Christian services every Sunday. It's like, bro. it's
Who goes to
kinda
Christian services every Sunday?
Lance Archer?
Oh,
He damn sure does.
Yes, he does.
And he comes
is
out, and you know me, dude. I'm kind of old school in that sense, where it's like, don't play wrestler, okay? Just go be yourself. Either you're angry or you're not. You know what I mean? Fuck, dude. But we all see through the bullshit. Like he comes out and he's all like, ugh, ugh. Like he's all like he's just playing wrestler, dude. It's not. I don't know. Everybody sees through his shit. He's a super, like you said, super like Christian man, and he's all about his family. And when you hear him in podcast interviews and everything, he's like uber polite. Like there's no murder hawk anywhere around this motherfucker, and it's just a created thing.
Yeah.
And that's why he's
Very
never worked out.
Very soft spoken. Doesn't
Yeah.
swear. Like,
No, he does not.
And he was getting a little face push there for a minute. So I'm like, well, why didn't they just continue on that path?
Because Tony is having to play businessman, and all those startup wrestlers that he originally signed aren't about to get renewed. Like, there's a lot of people on the way out the door.
Yep.
Yeah,
There's
they're
already
supposed to
been
have
there,
a
like the
massive
guy,
exodus.
the librarian dude. He's about to be out of here. Like his
So the
contract, they let it
librarian,
expire.
Marco,
Marco Stunt, yeah.
I think Joey Janela's deal is up. It was another one too. That they said Big Swole, Leo Rush, both announced theirs. That their deal's up at his deal's up on like Valentine's Day. Like they said, this is gonna be like about to be a max exodus at the bottom of the card.
Yeah, and it needs.
It's
it
about
needs to
time.
happen.
There's a lot of talent that's freed up right now that I feel like is primed and ready. And AEW is really stupid if they don't jump on them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like, because I was seeing a report, like I was gonna talk about it. There's a lot of rumors that Mia.
Time for Cam's Corner.
Nah, it ain't really. It was just Mia, but they said Mia, Ember, and Tony Storm.
Yes,
all
let's
three
go.
Rumored to be hit. All three rumored to headed.
Could
headed
you
there, so.
imagine the trifecta?
I am ready for that, dude. They need all the help they can get on the women's side, and
how
that's
about
all
all
going
three
to
of
help.
them just coming together as a group, as a team, bro?
Cool.
Come in
I'm
as,
down.
as an all-women group, like the Shield, the female Shield.
I'm in. Let's go. They'll come in and wreak fucking havoc. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that'd be fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
Do
and
like,
have
like an NXT debut, just
Yeah.
rip everything up.
And I
have
always
Serena,
loved Ember
and have
Moon.
Serena Deeb as like their like leader or something like that.
Dude, yes.
Put them around Serena real quick.
You could do that because they
all
came
train
from
them.
that program. So like, why couldn't they start a women's faction, dude? I love that.
Yeah,
I love that
that
idea.
would be great.
Yeah.
All
And
three
it'd
of
be
those
so,
girls
it'd
would
be so
amazing.
unique. It'd be off the chain, so to speak. You'd be like,
Yeah.
man, they have no correlation. The only thing they have in common is that the four of them were together in NXT, and they were trained by her. But then it's like, but that's the bond. They taught her, and that's why she's the leader, because she's like, I taught them their craft, and they're champions above all. Now it's time for me to reign.
Dude, and I will say that's the only thing about AEW that's stale to me is the women's division. It's like,
Yeah, there's no
all
star
right,
power.
Britt can only kind of hold this shit on her back for, like, you know what I mean? Like, I love Britt Baker, don't get me wrong, but it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
I don't give a
but
fuck
Britt's
about a
al-
match with
Britt-
Riho and all that bullshit. Like, who's
Same.
what?
Same.
Britt's almost getting to that Charlotte stage where she's getting a little overexposed.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
And dude, that's why the more women that come in right now, the better, because dude, then you can start giving her new fresh matches. It's not going to look the same shit, you know.
Yeah.
And then you could even have somebody to bounce back and forth. Like honestly, dude, if Toni Storm came into AEW,
I would love that.
her and Britt could go 1-on-1 for a good long program, and it would be fresh. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
But I love Tony. I think Toni Storm's great.
Same.
And they really just don't know what the fuck they did
See,
getting rid of her, dude.
Yeah.
Y'all already know I got a soft spot for Ember, so
Same. Ember
don't
too.
push-
Yeah, same.
Don't push
Yeah.
Ember to the moon.
I wonder what would be her name.
I don't even know. I'd have to look and see what her name was, because she came through the Houston program from Booker T School.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, so that's where Ember came from.
I'm curious. Let me see if I can look that up.
But yeah, outside of that, for AEW, they announced a ladder match next week
Yeah,
between
I was just about
Cody
to
and
jump on that.
yeah,
So
between Cody
champion
and
champion,
Sammy.
man. I mean,
Unifying the titles.
Yeah,
we're getting some WrestleMania 10
That
buzz
I
around
agree
this.
with.
dude, I don't know, man. I feel like this is I don't want to say old hat, but it feels extremely rushed. Number one, number two, the it does have a Sean Razor vibe already because it's title for title, but I feel like they did it in 3 weeks. Like instead of building the story, having it be, or because that story between Sean and Razor was organic. That was just something that happened.
A tournament, everything.
Well, Sean took his ball and went home, and they wanted him
Yeah.
to send the belt back, and he's like, "Fuck you, I didn't lose it. I'm not sending it back." So they created another one, and then Razor won it, right? So then Sean came back, and now you got this organic, set storyline where you can come in and basically, Sean and Razor now are going to unify the belts, and how are you going to do it? Well, we're going to do a ladder match because that's the only way to do it fair, But I don't know.
How
And
long
they
was
had
Sean
been working.
gone?
And they had been working the ladder match all during that little run, where they had like you said, back on the live circuit. So
Yep.
they were ready for it. Go ahead, Kimmy. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. I was just asking how long was Sean out?
months.
Ooh, yeah, like 2 or 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah, I
not like
think
a
it
week
was-
and a half, 2 weeks.
Exactly,
No,
exactly.
no.
So it was a storyline that you could kind of tell the story, but yes, it was not 2 weeks. It's like
I was just thinking of that
It's
too.
just, it's like an
Like, come
excuse to
on.
build this storyline
Yeah, it's
in
an
a way.
excuse
They're
to have a ladder match
Yeah,
for
they're
no
like, we
reason.
want to do this. Here's how we can get there. I already need to leave, I guess, 2 weeks. It's like, that's not nearly long enough.
No, I mean,
No.
you just had a kid. Why don't you go ahead, do 2 or 3 months, spend time with your new baby,
yeah, because especially
and
if
then
you're going
then
to turn
you
heel
come back
anyway.
and say, no,
Yeah.
no, I never lost the title.
Well,
so.
the baby's in the back anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Secondly,
Well, no, I'm just saying it's a good excuse for him to spend time with his kid, though. I
Yeah,
mean,
take
more
just
than
to take
2
the 2
weeks
or 3
off.
months off instead of 2 weeks.
Right.
Yeah,
To come back to try to do this unification title match.
Yeah, and there was no point. There was no point. You're right, Mr. B. There was no point whatsoever in them giving Sammy Guevara the title back like that. You might as well have left the title on him. You took
Yeah.
the title off of him because he had a little bit of heat, and then you gave it to the guy who literally was set on fire. So just to take it back off and give it to the guy who's still now living his life in that heat, to unify the title with still the guy you set on fire. So
don't get me wrong,
it's-
the match is going to be really good. Like it's going to
yeah,
be a
oh,
really
yeah.
fucking great match, but it's just
I
you
can't
know,
wait.
let's build the
Wasn't-
stories a little
wasn't
more,
it-
man. Come on.
Yeah, don't rush it so
Wasn't
much.
that the opening match on Dynamite? Like,
What?
wasn't Cody and Sammy the original kickoff?
Yes, it was.
Dynamite show.
Yep, that was the very
Yeah, that
first
was
match
the
on
first-
Dynamite
very
ever.
first match. Yep.
Yep.
Could
And,
then Sammy joined the Inner Circle later that night?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, thought so.
Yeah.
Sammy Guevara. I'm sorry right now. Sammy Guevara is another one of those guys who you first saw start, and you're just like, man, I think that guy's gonna go somewhere. And then next thing you know, look at him now, man. Look
But
at
the
him
way
now.
Here he is.
him and Tay are like putting their life on social media though, it does not bode well. Like,
Well,
just
I mean-
look at their Instagram. Like it's
Hey, last week we
Don't
were
hate
saying
on, don't hate on love, baby. They're in love. And here's the cool thing I like about it: Sammy Guevara finally did what I said he should be doing, and that's staying in the picture-in-picture and only talking via signs.
I don't
wanna
agree
hear
with
Sammy
only
Guevara
talking
speak.
with signs. That hurts his character.
Why?
What do you mean? Why? You got to be able
Yeah.
to talk. You got to be able to talk if you're
It
going to
can't
make
be
it
Bro,
good.
it's-
exclusively.
It can't be just exclusively signs.
Bro,
Like he's not a mute.
But when he does talk, it should matter. You know, he's like, you know what? Screw this. I ain't writing this down. I'm gonna tell you face to your face. I'm gonna beat your ass.
I'm going to start
And
doing that
then
on the
that's it.
podcast now that we're video. I'm just going to sit back here with a fucking erasing board and be like,
yeah.
Like that.
Especially when AJ starts talking and we don't get to talk, we just gotta hold up, boy.
Wow. Still holds this right here. But speaking of holding this right here, we're gonna go ahead and transition
Yeah.
because Roman Reigns
oh,
needs to be acknowledged. He is the longest reigning, defending, undisputed, universal heavyweight champion of the universe. Not even the world, baby, of the galaxy. Motherfucker might as well be with the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's gonna take Batista's spot because that mofo right there acknowledged longest reigning champion since 1988. Baby, come on.
I
Tell
mean,
me
hey,
what
if
y'all
that
think,
doesn't
baby.
say they're trying to push him, like, you know, farther than anyone, and he's the guy, then nothing will. Because, dude, I mean, no one up until Hogan has,
Look,
you know
he's
what I mean?
the longest reigning WWE champion ever. Like, you know what I mean? But
like
if-
not WWE champion, but WWE champion.
just
as
as
far
World
having a
Wrestling
title.
Entertainment, not World Wrestling Federation.
Right,
World
right,
Wrestling
right.
Entertainment. He's the longest reigning WWE champion ever. Because Hogan had the belt for fucking years.
Right.
You know what I
Years.
mean? Like years. So
Hogan, I
When-
suppose.
yeah. So until he beats that record, which I think he's going to, man. I
I
mean,
think they're
they
gonna
wouldn't
let
keep
him to, yeah.
acknowledging this over and over. You know what I mean? If that wasn't going to be the case. Plus, he needs to get that win back over Brock at Mania. That needs to happen too.
Well, plus we can erase anything Hogan from the record book, so I'm all for it.
Yeah,
Let
that's-
Roman ride this thing out.
Wow.
I think that's
First
kind of
all,
what they're wanting to do too. They
this
want to go ahead and give the new blood.
Bro.
Yeah.
Can't take it away from that man right there. That man body slammed Andre the Giant, baby. That
It
man
was
right
a
there.
work. It was a work, bro.
Oh, hilarious.
Don't hate the player, baby. Hate the game.
Yeah.
Hate
Work
the
or
game.
not.
But yeah.
Definitely.
Roman's
So
the
besides-
speaking of
greatest of
Roman,
our generation
It's
right
Funny, I
now.
almost wore that Hogan or that Andre shirt today. And I decided
Oh,
not
that's
to.
funny.
But speaking of Roman, I love everything that him and Seth are doing.
Dude, it's great. This is the this is the program we've been talking about for the last I don't even know how many months now. It's like this should be this should have been happening on and off now since the whole thing split.
Oh, hey, speaking of,
you even twinkle in the Usos a little bit with it, man. It's just like chef's kiss,
great,
almost. Like it's yeah.
And it's also cool that they're actually mentioning, you know, all their aspects of the life. They're mentioning the Shield. They're mentioning Moxley by name.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, they've said it multiple times now, where they're like, you know, me and Mox, and then even Pat McAfee said Moxley on commentary as well, which I dig that. I'm glad that they do that because it's like, hey man,
we're in some weird multiverse.
Yeah, nobody's suing anybody for gimmick name infringement or anything if they're just saying it on TV. You know what I mean? So
I don't think Tony Khan's in the business to like be trying to sue for his name getting one of his properties being brought up.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's not even his property,
so
though.
It doesn't even matter.
It's not technically his property. He's not copywriting Moxley.
True.
Yeah.
And you know Mox ain't suing no damn body.
Yeah, Moxley.
No. He's got so much money in the bank, he don't give a shit.
It's just free advertisement.
His wife got so much money in the bank.
Yeah, she does.
Both of them, man. Yeah. But off of outside of that, dude, are you guys excited at all for Punk and MJF to blow off finally? It's gonna happen.
I'm more excited for the Wardlow babyface turn that's coming than I am for MJF and Punk.
I agree. Yeah, I think the Wardlow babyface push is gonna be, well, fuck. We just said not too long ago that Wardlow could be AEW's Roman Reigns right now. You know what I mean? Like, just in his presentation. You know, AJ thinks that he's going to be Ryback. I mean,
he's going to be Ryback.
I don't fucking see that. No, Ryback was a fucking goofy Shrek-looking motherfucker.
Dude, it's perfect because, the company's brand new, he's brand new, and I think it's a good transition for him from the start. And I think, he could build it up. You know what I mean? And
yeah, coming from your perspective, I mean, shit. You think Wardlow's a good-looking dude, and if he's going to get pushed to the moon, I'm sure there's a million of you out there that think the same thing. You know what I mean?
There was a reason why I was in love with Roman Reigns too when he first came out, and we bought seats specifically in the aisle in which we thought he was going to be coming.
Yeah,
and then
specifically.
And then he didn't, and I was super disappointed.
Yeah, the one time he comes out of the entranceway is the show that we're at.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though we specifically bought seats right on the stairway that he comes out from.
It's because it's the show I was at. That's why. But that's okay. That's a whole nother episode. But yeah.
Wardlow looks a lot more natural than Ryback. Also, like Ryback looked like he was on the gas.
Dude, super.
Wardlow just looks.
I'm not saying the look. I'm just saying I don't want him to fizzle out like Ryback. Ryback. I mean, you put the super rocket strap to Ryback's back.
But Ryback's a goofy fucking dude.
And Ryback can't cut promos.
Ryback is a totally different person from.
But the
Wardlow, totally different.
The Feed Me More was big, but it was at a time where the business was like going through a transition. And
you can only go so far with Feed Me More, though. Let's be honest.
Seriously,
it's feeding time. Feed me more.
Also,
nobody cares.
I mean, Wardlow's such a natural heel, though. Like if you listen to him talk in interviews, he's a natural heel. So I don't know.
Dude, he's very arrogant.
What I'm thinking.
He's very cocky.
Yeah.
Well, and I think I think his story of him building his character is going to be perfect too. Like starting off kind of as the bodyguard, and he's kind of the strong silent type,
Diesel?
right?
Yeah,
dude. Yes,
that's
totally.
Diesel route.
That's more of a comparison than Ryback.
I agree.
Right. Well, no, I'm saying that's the route I can see them definitely trying to pursue. I just want Wardlow to hold it. You got to own it, bro.
I think he's going to, man. I mean, if like Cam said, if you go back and listen to a lot of the interviews and podcasts that he's on, he is very much so.
He don't lack self-confidence.
No, not at all.
He don't lack self-confidence.
Not at all, dude.
Because if you ask him who's the best wrestler in that locker room, he's gonna tell you
he's the best.
Himself.
He's the best looking. He'll tell you all that shit. He thinks he's the God's gift to man. But you need that. You know what I mean?
That's MJF. That's MJF in his ear right there.
That's fine.
That's great.
Okay, so now you got a 6'4", 280-pound MJF. Great. What are you gonna do with that? He's going straight to the top. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's hard to find 6'5" dudes that can talk.
Yeah, dude.
So,
see, that's why I don't think he's going to be like Ryback, because Ryback, it was him. It was his personality. It was how he was in the back. You know,
he's just
not
goofy.
so much. He set himself up for failure too. That's what I'm trying to say.
He was his own person.
Yeah,
But
He
well,
was,
that is definitely
especially politically backstage, man.
Whereas Wardlow, he's all about him in the sense that he's the best. So he's working to be the best. His diet, his workout, his whole ethics.
Mr. B is just an AEW mark. That's all.
No.
He just loves Jericho, and that's it.
He just loves Jerry.
It's not just that. What?
It's not just
I'm just
that.
saying. No, I'm just saying they're two totally different people, and you can't expect Wardlow to go out like Ryback. That's
Yeah.
all I'm saying.
Two different mindsets,
All right,
for sure.
well,
That's
here's
my
the deal.
argument on the whole thing.
Since you see Warlow is over, we also know that, like we said before, Hook is over. What's going to happen when those two elements meet?
See, I don't know, man. I don't know.
That
like
might
right
be a
now,
hot minute until that happens.
Yeah,
I don't even
I feel
think
like-
they're on the same page as
No.
far as like
No.
you know what I mean.
Well, I mean,
Storyline.
I'm just saying they are Warlow, like you guys said, and I agree with you, is on that rocket ship to be one of their big stars. I feel Hook is definitely going to be one of those big stars, and I feel Mike, you brought up a good point a couple of weeks ago. It might even be last week. You know, they've got Hook, MJF, Warlow, all these young guys, like you said, under 25, that are the next people in line. WWE's always had that revolving door of it being able to say, hey, you see who we are projecting to be the next. Right now, it's hard to see that in the WWE. I wouldn't even say it's hard to see
that's
that
because
in
they don't
WWE.
have anybody, dude.
Yeah, we were
Right,
talking
and that's
about
the
that.
problem. The two people that we see them, the three people, Braun Breaker, Austin Theory, and I would say Waller. Are your
That's who
three
you
bigger
see.
ones.
I don't see that, but
Yeah.
that's what you see.
Braun
You don't
Breaker's the
see
only
that?
one I agree
Braun
with.
Breaker's the only like tried and true one that I think is going to actually like last.
Yeah.
The other guys will probably just be a flash in the pan and they'll be out of there. That's
I mean, yeah,
that's
it's
just
either
what
hit or
they have
miss.
right now. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's just
but
the
right
best they
now,
have
yeah,
right
right-
now. Yeah.
Right now, it's Austin Theory, it's Waller, and it's Breaker. I feel like those are the ones
Gunther.
that they're going to be like putting a lot of center stones. Like I told you, don't be surprised one day if WrestleMania is Austin Theory versus Waller, you know, for a championship.
Nobody
or,
wants
or
to see
Breaker
that.
versus Austin Theory for a championship, or Breaker versus Waller for a championship on a big major pay-per-view. However, AEW, with them having Hook, with them having Wardlow, I mean,
MJF.
I'm not buying Hook. I don't buy Hook at all.
oh.
Wow, you're the
him-
only
put him
one.
in the
Go
big
ahead and
screen.
explain. Show your work, sir.
Yeah, show your work. Put him on the big screen.
Let's do
ladies
it.
and gentlemen. Cam, why is Hook not over for you, sir?
I mean, this motherfucker come out looking like Kwee with the hair sticking out.
That's great.
And then he's green as hell, so he's protected. Like, he can't get in there and hang with no big time program right now.
I'm
So-
curious. I how and why not? Because he doesn't talk.
I mean, well, he also can't talk, so that's another point.
But we
How
don't
do you know
know.
he can't?
We don't know if he
Because
can
he's gonna
talk or
have his
not.
dad talk for him his whole career. Is
Great.
that what he gonna do?
Hey,
So what?
Paul Heyman
did it for Brock.
Hey, yeah. Hey, hang on. Where is
Well,
it?
Brock could talk.
Other way.
We seeing Brock can talk now.
Yeah, Brock can talk. Brock has
can
all
talk.
the
It only
chops.
took him 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it only took him 20 years.
That'll be
Well,
Hook.
if you go back and look at old Brock, like the shit with him and Angle used to be hilarious.
It was.
The shit with him and Eddie was hilarious.
Eddie
That too.
but him and Angle was really good.
And then,
With the whole-
then of course, the Brock Lesnar Goldberg thing, the first one for 20
Yeah.
was horrible.
And that's when Brock changed everything.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
dude.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
He killed
Well, I'll
off
see
that
y'all in
old
a
Brock
dec-
and
I'll
then
see y'all
came
in a
back with the
decade.
new Brock.
They both left too, right? Goldberg left and Brock.
Yeah,
left
at the same damn time.
The same damn. And us in New York, you know what we did, right? Nah, nah, nah.
Yep.
Nah. Hey, hey, hey. Get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out.
Movie.
Fucking done with
Fuck
you.
out of here. Fuck out of here. But no, Cam, I'm gonna just go ahead and say, whatever you smoking over there, please pass it, because Hook is definitely over, bro.
Yeah.
Hook can
That's fine.
wrestle his ass off. First of all, he's learning from, in my opinion, the man who invented suplexity. Not built it, but invented it.
Yeah.
Because Taz was the original suplex master. He popped them hips on anybody, baby. On anybody. Okay. Okay. Because that the suplex machine. So and Hook's got it.
I don't know, dude. I don't know what it is, man, but there's just something about him that just everybody.
It's
I don't know, man.
nostalgia.
He
has
just
it.
comes out. He doesn't have a bad match, dude. He hits everything flawlessly. You know what I mean? Like he's got an interesting look. Like That's the kids' look nowadays, bro. They get up and they don't brush their hair and they just leave the fucking house and they're like, whatever, here's life.
Me too.
Me too. Oh yeah, same.
I just leave it and build.
This whole top row right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
None of us need to worry about any of that.
Oh wait, that way.
No,
he's growing his hair back.
Oh yeah, he's growing his hair back. That's right.
It's almost combable now. Well, it is pretty much combable.
You gotta take your beating out.
Part over.
He's like, let's see.
I'll grow mine back out too, then.
Oh, this is Mr. B. Let's see. It's the unveiling, ladies and gentlemen.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, look
Look
at
at all
that.
that hair.
That's a lot of hair.
It's all sticking up in the back and shit. I can
Hey, it was funny. We were sitting down here one night, and Kimmy took a picture. Like, you can make people bald on the picture.
Yeah.
Well, she took a picture of Mr. B and showed it to him, and he didn't even realize that like just wasn't him.
I'm like,
because he's so used to having his head shaved.
he forgot he was growing his hair.
Yeah. And then he's like, "Oh fuck, that's right, I got hair now."
Yeah, that shit was.
Because I was like, like putting my hand through it. I was like, oh shit, yeah, that's not real.
Funny. God damn it.
Well, Mr.
Anyway.
B, enjoy it, because Mr. B's crossed that threshold and he's still got the hair, man. I started losing mine and ain't coming back.
He's gonna have to cut it when it starts getting more luxurious than mine, though. I'm gonna get jealous and be like, "Okay, motherfucker, only one of us can have a nice
He's
hair."
gonna be like, "No, he's gonna have a mane.
He's gonna have that silky suave hair.
He'll be looking like Veer.
Oh my god.
Have that
Veer's
thick ass
hair.
head of hair like
Listen,
Veer.
Yeah.
they keep showing
Veer's
Veer like
still
every time
coming.
they turn him around and stuff. I'm like, God, his hair is just so gorgeous. I just
Just
love
like
it.
yeah,
I
he
just
got
want
the
to get out of this
thickest-
awkward phase. That's all.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Bro, I tell you right now, and if this can be the transition into fantasy, if we have nothing else for
I don't.
for Rampage,
I don't. Rampage.
I would
I
def-
get excited to watch Rampage because I know Hook's going to be on Rampage. That's
Right.
that's
And-
my
you
take from that.
did mention Mox and Brian Danielson.
Oh yeah, they had a little
program.
face to face. Yeah, so Mox
Right.
won the match, and as he was on his way to the back, Brian Danielson kind of like got in his way and just stared him down. So obviously they're setting that up, which I'm like fucking cool.
Well,
I am on
they've
board.
had programs before, so we've
Right.
seen
We've
this
seen
before.
it, but we've never seen this program.
This program, right,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? So I
Definitely.
think
Well,
this will be money.
Speaking of which, like I said before, I definitely think that fantasy is coming up, and
Yeah,
we're
let's
coming
get
up
into
to
it.
the Rumble. And if you guys are ready, we can jump on to it's the MACKDOwn Fantasy League, baby. Brought to you by the MACKDOwn Podcast. You can find us every day, every time on all your social media networks, and follow us at MACKDOwn Podcast. With that being said, I'm going to turn it over to VMD for this week's board.
All right,
to
here we
you.
go. So getting into the fantasy here, got the board all updated. Everything is correct. I fucking double checked, triple checked, quadruple checked my fucking math. So
Mike and math.
So we'll go ahead and start off with
Mike and
the
Matt.
loser of the week. Unfortunately, we got Mr. B with 4 points. We got some the Lucha Bros and Miro, man, are kind of putting a knife right in your back. You know,
Yeah,
what I
they
mean?
are.
Yep.
minus 8 for the week between the two of them. And then in third place we got AJ with 13. So you second from the last this week, AJ. And then not to mention, Sammy Guevara got you minus 1 point. So how does that
How did he give me
happen?
minus 1 point?
I know how could he?
He's like, I
Nothing, how
checked my
could he?
math, so it's
Because he had 1 point for one show and minus 2 for another show. So there you go, minus 1. But moving on. So in in third place, we got myself, yours truly, at 16 points. Kind of below mediocre, I would say. And then we got Kimmy over there at 19 for runner-up, which is a pretty decent score. And then to win the week, we got Cam with 25. So
Cam.
Cam is he's right on your tail, man. I'm not gonna say he's gonna win it or anything like that, but he definitely has a shot. So to go ahead and give us the quarter totals. So last place we got Mr. B with 92.
No, you're wrong.
I'm sorry. It's Kimmy because
You're right, yeah.
she fell way down the ladder again. That's right.
I did. I hit my face on the way.
Yeah.
I'm just,
So Kimmy at 88, and then in fourth place we got Mr. B with 92. In third place, yours truly with 132. And then in second place, we got Cam with 145 and AJ Mitchell, reigning defending at 194. So it's a good gap.
So I'm definitely happy, but hold on, I'm just checking my makeup real quick. Just to make sure
I have something to say to AJ.
Oh,
real
wait
quick.
a minute. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Kimmy got something for you.
Oh, yeah. You can put me on the big screen while that's playing. Well, Kimmy, it does suck to be the champ sometimes. It hurts my shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, I bet.
It's
I'm
getting
gonna have to
heavy.
be like
Holding all that
Hogan.
weight. I get it.
I'm gonna have to be like Hogan and get a ring. But you know what? I'm not gonna lie. This fantasy league has been great so far. My back does hurt from carrying you guys as well as this league. But
Wow.
at
Well,
the
you
end
ain't
of the
carrying
day,
shit this week.
well, see, I'm still the champ though, so I don't need to do the butt work.
I swear that's going to be the rule. Once you're dethroned, you're going to have to fucking pick a show and keep points.
Oh shit!
Man,
That's your punishment.
When I tell you right now,
I
know
can't
you
trust
guys
that.
cannot
I know,
wait.
right?
Yeah, don't.
Yeah.
I know you guys cannot wait until I am dethroned, and all things come to an end. You know what I mean? I can't.
Hey,
Tom
I'm gonna
Brady
tell
it
you
for
right now.
forever.
There's a really good shot of you losing. Because if Braun Breaker shows up in this fucking Royal Rumble and gets like 15 eliminations, which is a possibility, dude.
Shut up.
And you know what I mean? And he's not going to win. But what if he does?
No.
He'd get 15 eliminations plus a fucking Royal Rumble win.
So he
Why
could just
not?
show up back at
Then
fucking
there you go.
WrestleMania at any
I'm
time?
just saying, he only needs 50 points. You know what I'm saying? And if
I
you
think
lose
Seth
your
might-
matches,
if Seth don't win, he might pull double duty also.
I think so. Yeah, he's definitely going to.
Well, here's the deal. I mean, we next week is the final
Yes.
day of
Next
the,
week
we have
is the
this-
final week of the quarter.
Yep.
of the quarter, and we do have a entirely new team we picking. We can keep one if we want, but
So is
Yeah.
the Rumble the stop? After
Yeah,
the
once-
Rumble, when
Yeah,
Rumble
so the
ends,
next quarter starts on Monday Night Raw.
Yep.
yeah, with your new team.
and we're drafting on next Sunday.
No, we're drafting next Saturday. Well, actually, yeah, we
Whatever
draft
day,
next
yeah,
Sunday.
whatever day we record. So Saturday, Sunday, whatever day that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're going to keep our teams through the duration of the Rumble, regardless of
But
when
the
we
Rumble's-
pick our
The
team.
Right.
Rumble's Saturday.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so we'll have it all the way up until then. So we'll pretty much know who we want to draft by then.
Yeah,
I don't
so
know,
we're gonna draft on the weekend. So then basically, if let's say we draft on Saturday morning or do this pod on Saturday morning, we'll draft. But then the teams that we have will go forward through the Rumble, and then starting
Right.
on that Monday night, which would be the 31st, then that starts the new quarter, and then we'll start the new,
Well,
the new counting.
I'm gonna put y'all on the spot because this will be the last pod that comes out before Rumble. Your man and your women's winner
Woo!
Damn.
on the spot.
And that could actually be part of our
Damn.
Big Four takeaway of the week. Here we go.
Yeah, well, let's launch into it.
Let's throw it in. Go for it.
Well, you go ahead and go first then, sir, since you asked the question.
All right, for my women's, I want Bailey.
Yeah,
That would be
I
great.
want Bailey like bad,
yeah.
but I think it's gonna be Bianca going back to back.
I'm down with that. I would like that too.
But
Because
I would
Bailey
love to be
could come
wrong.
in and work a SmackDown program with Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which would be fresh for Mania. So
I would love to be wrong and it be Bailey. I don't know.
That would be. I
Any
would love
events?
that. Is she
Man.
rumored to come back?
There is rumor that she is like right at the time, and she's been like, if you follow her Instagram, like she's killing like the rehab like every day.
I was
And then
going to say
went-
she's been out for a
And
while.
she went and got like a paragraph verse like tattooed over the top of her knee
oh,
for like motivation during her recovery.
Damn.
okay.
Man, my men's, man, that was tough because like usually every year it's pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Lashley.
You think Lashley's going to win it?
I'm gonna go Lashley. If
Well-
not Lashley, well, I don't know.
That would make sense for your theme then, AJ. If there was going to be a triple threat for all the titles, you know what I mean? So that would make sense. I mean, if that was going to be the case.
So yeah, definitely. So those are your two picks, Cam?
I don't know. I don't like my Lashley pick.
I immediately regret
Yeah.
that decision.
Yeah, I think it's a year too early for it to be Austin Theory.
Yeah, but that dude, I don't know. Vince was talking about it a lot, though, huh? If you win a Rumble, you're gonna have
I could see Theory making the Final Four though.
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, probably.
No, fuck it all. I'm going AJ. We going AJ Styles, baby.
Oh shit!
We're going AJ.
Okay.
Left turn. All right.
I actually like that pick.
Give me AJ Styles because we got to get him back to the main event picture, and that's the quickest way.
Damn.
True story.
Do you think it's going to happen, though? I mean, just the way that Vince has changed NXT so that he can make what he wants. So these other guys like AJ Styles, they got to be close to be out of the picture, wouldn't you say? To make room for his new talent? Because he's already dropped a bunch of people.
Vince isn't stupid, so he's not going to put people out there that he don't trust.
Well, yeah, but...
No,
I mean,
think...
eventually we're going to see these guys on their way out, don't you think?
Oh, well, I think AJ's going to be done after his contract's up anyway. I think he's headed to retirement.
I think so, too.
How much
I don't
time
think
does
he'll
he
go to
have
AEW.
How much time does he have left?
Maybe a year or something like that. Maybe 2 years max. But I think,
Well,
yeah.
I read that he might have re-signed an extension like a couple weeks ago, but I didn't like read it in thorough because like he had signed when the Good Brothers signed, and like that was at the beginning of the pandemic, which was 2020. So I'd say he's probably at least through 2022 if he didn't sign further.
Damn. Okay. Well, shit. I mean, if that's the case, that'll get us at least through Mania. A little program or whatever. But
yeah.
All right.
I don't know.
So, who wants to go next?
Hell, I'll jump on there. What the hell? My predictions for the Royal Rumble, I'm definitely seeing Charlotte Flair for the women's, definitely. And I'm going to go with the loser of the Brock Lesnar-Bobby Lashley match, which I think is going to be Brock. And I think Brock's going to win the Royal Rumble and challenge both. Or vice versa. Bobby's going to win the Royal Rumble and challenge both champions. And like I said, Charlotte's going to win it and challenge Becky.
Damn. So Charlotte's going to win the Rumble as the champion for the first time ever.
Yep, she's gonna do it, man. See, the Rumble has had people go in and win the championship with the WWE titles on the line at the Royal Rumble, but no champion has entered the Royal Rumble and then won it. Nobody has done that in the history of the Royal Rumble. No champion has won the Royal Rumble.
That's true.
Yeah, so there you go. So I'll go ahead and move it on to Mr. B. Who do you think is going to win, sir?
Well, for the women's, excuse me.
No.
For the women's, I actually want Charlotte to win. But
obviously.
But yeah, I think Charlotte should win. And then for the men's, I want Lashley to win, actually. For the men's.
Now, do remember, we're mentioning people that haven't been officially mentioned in the Royal Rumble. I just want to put that disclaimer on there.
Yeah, they never do. I mean, there's still, 11 fucking people that still need to be announced. So
yeah, so...
That's just my pick. That's what I'm saying.
It's going to be
It's going to happen? Probably not.
Hook and Mickey James. There's your answer.
Wow. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and go then on the next one here. So I think I'll start with the women's, and I agree with you, AJ. I think Charlotte's going to win only because this is going to set up Becky and Charlotte to combine both belts. I'm going to stick with this combining the both belts theme all the way through. So until I see something different, that's where I think that they're headed. So I think Charlotte's going to win, and then I think for the men it's tough, man. Yeah, because the people haven't really been announced. So out of the people that are announced, I mean, I don't see any of them winning. The ones, you know what I mean? So, but if I had to guess from the ones that have been announced so far, I would say Sheamus probably has the best shot of winning the whole thing. But it's not going to be Sheamus. It's definitely not. It's not Sheamus.
It's going to be Seth, and we're all going to be like, how the hell that happened?
And I'm going to be lit.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna come from behind and lose by 5.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Yeah, he'll get 10 eliminations and fucking.
We should have, man. Before we did this, we should have went in depth on bonus points for winning the Rumble.
There's a 1 point per elimination.
Yeah.
And then of course you get the 4 points for winning the match.
Yeah.
Do you lose points for losing the match for not?
Yeah, it's the minus 3 points for losing the match.
Yep.
Shit.
It's still a match. It's just a specialty match. That's all.
Yeah, so so that'll
match.
wash itself out. It'll be 3 and 3, and then plus whatever your eliminations are. So
right.
technically,
so those are the bonus points
technically you should come out of there on the positive if you got somebody in the Rumble, because any eliminations is just points added.
Unless you do a Santino, get in and get out.
Yeah.
I don't even think anyone I have is in the Rumble, so...
I
Well,
think
besides Mysterios, actually. That's a lie.
Yeah, they are in there.
But they
Yeah,
can
you
do
got the
shit.
Mysterios. I got Big E.
Shit, I got
Yep.
Randy and Moxley, the Usos.
Moxley.
Did I say Moxley?
You did
Yeah,
say
you said Moxley.
I was about to say, that's not even the right company, bro.
I mean,
Where are
Arcade
you,
Bro.
AJ?
I meant to. Oh man, AJ's in the whole new world. I meant to say I got Arcade Bro, the Usos,
Oh, fucking A.
because I don't think Cameron Grimes will show up.
I think it's your turn to pick, Kimmy.
Oh, wait, hang on. Did I give the men's?
No, you
Sheamus,
didn't.
I thought
Oh,
you
I
said.
thought you said. Yeah,
Well,
I
you
said
said
Sheamus.
Sheamus.
If out of the people that are announced right now, yeah, I'm going to say that Sheamus would have the best odds of winning, but it's not going to be Sheamus. But yes, that is my answer.
Okay. Well, I'm struggling. So for the women's, I'm wondering if Ronda Rousey's going to come back
Oh, shit. Wow.
and
I thought
win,
about that too. I thought about Ronda also.
and then
Oh,
try to start
please
a thing with Becky. That's where I thought maybe there might be a possibility, but again, she hasn't
I
been
hope
announced.
not.
So
What if they run that same match back again from 36
Oh,
or 35 or whatever the fuck it was?
have Ronda come back and win and challenge both of them, and then have
Yeah.
somebody win the men's like that and challenge both of them first time ever.
Boo, man. Yeah, it would be the biggest mania of all time, right? You're combining the women's championships and you're combining the men's championships.
And it's the
And
biggest
then-
stadium that they can possibly have Mania in, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
and then you
telling
got your main event set for each night. You got your women's
Yeah.
and your men's for all the fucking all the
for 100,000 people each night.
Yeah,
That's
Well, here-
200,000 people trying to get the Mania.
that's crazy.
too many. That's 200,000 too many. Rhea Ripley, that's who I want to win.
Rhea?
Real?
Yeah.
That shit ain't even gonna be close because she in the damn mid card.
But that's why I want her to win, because she needs to get out of the mid card and get the fuck away from
She needs them points.
Nikki ASA. No, that has nothing to do with it. Listen, dude, because they're wasting her. She's wasting away.
She is.
She's wasting away, and this will be
She's
the
wasting
perfect
away, but I
opportunity
think
to bring her
she's
back.
done like. I just don't.
I know
feel
she's
her
gonna
character
get
like
fucking.
that at all.
She's gonna get flipped
So-
over by Nikki. I know it.
Oh yeah, definitely. Nikki's gonna take her ass out of there.
I concur.
But I think Charlotte's gonna win. That's who I think is
Bro,
gonna
I
win.
think that
Charlotte.
stadium is gonna fucking riot if Charlotte wins. Like nobody wants to see it.
But she's
What are you
gonna
talking
win.
about?
Like on the end, like well, not us, but man, the IWC as a whole does not want to see no fucking Charlotte win.
That is true, man.
Bro, like,
Everybody
she
hates Charlotte
hates
because
it.
they're like, "Oh, it's always Charlotte. She's always getting opportunity." Like,
She's-
but that's the
she
thing.
sounds
The
like
people are
somebody
getting
else.
worked. The people are getting worked. They're working themselves, and I think that's what they don't like.
Yeah.
Sounding like somebody else I know.
I mean, who was it I just seen? Oh, it was fucking Michelle McCool.
Oh,
Like just came out bashing damn Charlotte.
Well, Miss. Mike
you know
had
what?
said at one point he thought it was going to be Nikki Bella.
I was just about to say I might want to change my answer because I forgot
Oh,
that she's
Nikki.
coming back. Nikki Bella might win the whole fucking thing, dude.
I hope
They
not.
brought-
Hey, I'll say this. I guarantee y'all though, we laughing. Nikki's gonna get a hellacious pop.
Yes, she is. I'm a super Nikki Bella fan. I love Nikki Bella. You can look, but you can. Oh shit!
Oh damn! There goes the neighborhood.
Brie
No,
not so much, but
Phil-
Nikki,
no, no,
Nikki
no
will
Brie.
get a pop.
Yeah, no Brie. Brie is a hurt. Brie and Nia Jax should have been a tag team.
Ugh.
God,
That's the real hurt.
Why? They would have fucking destroyed the entire industry.
That's the
They
real.
wouldn't
hurt
have had any
business.
competition because they would have hurt them all.
that would have been the shoot APA right there, boy.
that
shit.
would have been the real AOP. All right, Kimmy. So who you got for the men's?
Dude, honestly, that's tough. I really don't know.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I really don't know.
No idea.
Well,
Tom
because
Brady?
they haven't announced everybody. Like they've only announced like
Well, and I know
half
they
of
always
the
have
competition.
some surprise entrance, but yeah, I'm kind of
Always,
like
yeah.
you, where it's like, yeah, one or two, but not like half the fucking people.
Is there a list of who's actually been announced?
Dude, that's what I was
Yeah,
trying to
there-
look up, to be
You know
honest
who
with you.
we're sleeping on? Johnny Knoxville. Exactly.
Johnny Knoxville.
He might win the whole thing, bro.
Oh, here we go. That's
I'll quit WWE.
so Johnny Knoxville, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Sheamus, Damian, AJ Styles, Big E, Madcap, Happy Corbin, Kofi, and Kevin Owens. You think Kevin Owens may? I'll go with Kevin Owens. Fuck it. Kevin Owens is my pick.
Kevin Owens.
I'm going with Kevin. He just resigned. Maybe they'll push him. Who knows?
That's a possibility.
And then he can go fuck with Seth a little bit in his little thing that he's doing with Roman. So that's my pick. KO's my pick.
Hey,
You heard
I'm
it here
all for
first.
a KO Seth program for Mania. Sign me all the way the fuck up.
Yeah, they are. I think they are gonna have a program. In
That shit
Mania,
was
KO and
entertaining
Seth.
as fuck, to be honest. So.
Yeah, because they've already had a program now at Mania. They just had one 2 years ago.
Yep. So that's gonna leave Roman all by himself to just get put into a Brock Roman match. Might as well add the WWE title. And here's the deal: it may be Brock wins it as the WWE champion. Brock just enters the Royal Rumble and he wins it just like Charlotte did.
All right, so at what point in this timeline
Possible.
does Paul turn on Brock?
He doesn't.
That's the question. I keep thinking that this is like
He
all
only
a work
he does it
for him.
until Mania. When he
It's
when he-
an inside job from Roman,
yeah,
and,
the whole time.
and it's gonna be the whole he outsmarted Brock.
That would be brilliant.
And that's what's going to happen at Mania because Roman is going over winning all the championships. He's going to have all the gold.
And then the
He's gonna
Usos
be
still
the
had
one.
the belts too. So then,
Well, the Usos should go combine the tag titles too. Screw it.
Yeah.
I
Combine
wouldn't
all the
mind that.
fucking belts, dude. I'm ready for it. Let's combine them. Let's combine them all. It needs to
Usos
be
are the
one big
great-
roster. Like I said in previous episodes ago, you can't say that the business and WWE wasn't better for it when they combined the rosters. You know what I mean? After they had split them, once they came back and unified everything and they brought them back together, dude, the shows were so much better, man, because you're getting so much star power every single week, and you can just tell more stories, and you can, put the spotlight on one, particular one here, one particular one there. If you want to focus on the whole week for one specific thing, like whatever it is, it's just better for everybody. I feel like,
I agree.
it'll suck for fantasy because then motherfuckers that don't get on shows get a lot more minus points. But
Yeah.
I'm willing to take that all day.
Well, you're taking it now, so it doesn't matter.
Well, not really.
Well, now that we have our predictions in,
Now we have. So what are our big four takeaways? I mean, we can move to the big four. Our takeaways for the week. We got a special edition of the big four, of course. We got Cam back in here with Cam's Corner. So our big four segment, as we always say, is the takeaway of the week. Basically, we're a combination of our winner, our loser, our everything, said in one statement or two. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to the MD with your takeaway for the big four.
All right. My big four is that we're about to get a Bryan Danielson and Moxley promo in AEW, which is going to be something that they should have did in WWE a long time ago. As far as they're going to portray the whole story, you know what I mean, in AEW. They're going to give from the beginning all the way through. Of course, they can't. They got to skip over the WWE shit. Of course, can't have
Right.
that. But they'll have all the Ring of Honor shit, all the everything from the Indies all the way up till now. You know what I mean?
Mike, why would they skip over the WWE shit?
Well, I mean, I'm not
AEW
saying
quit-
skip over it, but as far as like, they're not
Putting
going to be
video
able to run
packages.
video packages and things like that.
No,
Like
but they'll definitely
they'll touch
talk
on
about
that
it.
in promos. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. So let me rephrase. They won't gloss over it. They'll just, they won't be able to show the video packages, but they can talk about it. I mean, goddamn, Bryan Danielson's already said, when he won at WrestleMania. I mean, they're already dropping, names like that. So, which is weird to hear on AEW television.
Yeah,
by the
it
way.
is.
I don't know why, but it's just maybe because we just grew up with that Forbidden Door being so locked up so tightly.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
Forbidden.
So.
The Forbidden Door.
That's my take. That's my big four take. Because I'm excited for this program. It'll keep them both in like a primary, tippy top program, but not for the belt. You know what I mean? So I'm all about it. That's my take of the week.
Awesome. Kimmy,
Well, mine's negative. Is that all right?
Yeah.
that's fine. It's your take.
I wanted to just highlight a little bit more the pacing of the shows in WWE. I am so fucking sick and tired of someone having an entrance and then they go to commercial and then they come back and they have a backstage with someone else and a video package and then, oh yeah, this motherfucker's still standing in the ring. They
5 minutes later.
They started doing that a little bit, but it is so consistent now. It's happening all the fucking time throughout the shows, multiple times per show. It's really fucking terrible.
Yeah.
WWE, hey, real quick heads up. Run your fucking video package. Have a little promo. backstage, have a fucking commercial, come back, and let this motherfucker have an entrance and come to the ring and have a match. Because, like,
Yeah.
I almost forgot that he was about to do something in the ring by the time you get back to it.
Yeah.
It's so fucking annoying. That's
is
my
true.
takeaway. Please fucking stop.
Dude, it takes literally all the momentum away from the match and the entrance and everything. It's like you got, okay, here comes Finn Balor. He's doing his entrance. He gets in the ring. They go to commercial break. They come back. There's almost 10 fucking minutes of
Literally.
backstages.
So, yeah, so the
And
whole
then
time.
he comes back, and then they go back, and it's like, oh, Finn Balor's in the ring. And, oh, by the way, his music's still playing, by the way.
And the crowd's
Yeah.
just supposed to stay hot for that?
No.
The live crowd's supposed to just stay, like, you have to, it's almost as if Vince now, ever since the whole pandemic hit, the live crowd is his Thunderdome. If you know what I'm trying to say. You're just here for my entertainment. I don't have to entertain you. You need to be here to, okay, clap when I say clap. You know what I mean? It's literally
that's what it is. He's puppet master.
It's really annoying at this point. Like, he's not letting the crowd organically try to react, or, you know, and even in that match we had watched at the beginning of the show, that was a perfect example. Like, oh, the crowd's really hot for this match. It's not like they came out, had an entrance, and then just, like, went blank for 10 fucking minutes. And do you think the crowd would be still as excited to watch it if they were pacing around the ring for 10 minutes talking to the ref in the dark? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking weird. It's weird, dude. I don't like it. Anyway.
And 9 times out of 10, it's a rematch.
Yeah, dude.
Yep.
Well, and the worst part is that everything we're watching during that whole 10 minutes of that person being in there has no correlation to the person in the ring.
Yeah.
It's not like a Finn Balor package that we're watching.
Yep.
It's not a
Exactly.
promo we're watching from last week. And then by the time even they think it's funny. And even by the time we get to the damn promo that they're talking about, that's the setup for the match, we didn't send 10 minutes of other stuff. Alexa Bliss's promo, and then we see her, her return to Raw was during Finn Balor's entrance. Because remember, the music is still playing.
Yeah.
So,
And
So
that
dumb.
is a key point, AJ, that you bring up there, because it isn't just, video packages and backstage promos. You're right. It's unrelated video packages and backstage
completely
promos.
unrelated.
Like,
Completely.
nothing to do with what's going on at all. Anyway.
right. Which would, at that point, you'd be like, well, damn, you ain't got to do so much overkill of telling me what's going on in the ring. Just show me the match. But damn, tell me something. Don't just leave me hanging like, why is Finn, like you said, you forget Finn even came out.
You're like, oh, yeah. fuck.
Like, oh yeah, Finn's gonna have a match now. Yeah, it's
Forgot.
weird.
Yeah, and he's fighting Austin Theory.
It kills the pacing of the show.
It kills it.
It completely just takes me out of it. Yeah.
All right.
I'm like, oh yeah, this match. Who cares anymore?
Anyway.
But yes,
Mr. B.
Okay, I like it.
Oh, well, mine is the Forbidden Door, just in general.
Oh.
Just a generalization.
Well, yeah, because, like, it's been going back and forth with AEW and WWE. Well, not back and forth. I mean, this past SmackDown was the first time I heard it from Seth, calling Moxley by his actual character name from a totally different brand altogether, And then Cody bringing up Gunther, even though he didn't even say that.
Gunther
We
McKilla,
all
buddy.
knew what
Yeah.
it was, So,
Gun-
so mine's the
Gunner
Forbidden Door.
McGilla, buddy.
I'm liking this. We're starting to see some crossover here, even though they're not actually on each other's brands. But they're talking to each other. It seems like.
Yeah, they are.
That's
They're
Hunter, baby.
acknowledging each
That's
other.
Hunter. I'm telling you, that's Hunter. Hunter's talking to everybody right now.
You would think,
Hunter
right?
gonna
He's
go
like,
dipping.
dude, this is where the money's at right now. They're dumb if they don't see that,
All right, cool.
Oh, Cam, what's your takeaway of the week?
Man, I'm a double down, not necessarily on being negative. But I'm gonna be honest, I'm sick and tired of the fucking Sonya Deville shit. Like, I'm over it. Like, I can go without it. I don't want to fucking see it. If the bitch ain't gonna wrestle, get off the TV.
Yeah.
If she's gonna wrestle, get in there to get her ass whipped. I don't need to keep getting it drug out and escaping. Like, it's annoying.
Well, it's just like, too, now she was just added to, to be a fucking,
Yeah.
she added herself as a special guest referee in this match with Charlotte and Naomi, and it's like, okay, guys, here we go again, the blatant fucking, I guess
Yeah,
we're
like-
stupid, I guess the audience we're just really dumb because, it's like, it almost dummies down their own product,
Right.
and it makes it seem like they're stupid and incompetent, you know?
And there's no backstory as to why or how she
No.
got.
It just all of a sudden
Out
she's
the ring.
singling
Animosity.
Naomi out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, or I mean, even like the shit with Naomi, the shit of how she became a power figure, the shit of why she's not a pro wrestler no more. Like, all of it.
They
makes
just
zero
expect
sense.
us to forget. They think we're stupid.
Yeah, but meanwhile, her homegirl is the NXT World Champ. Like, it makes zero sense.
Yeah.
So I'm over the whole.
Well, why is it this storyline between Naomi and her that they're dragging out for so fucking long? Like, they like to rush every other fucking storyline.
Well, they think that this is good storytelling because
weird,
they keep just
though.
putting them together on TV every week, but there's no substance, there's no story.
And Naomi's getting no payoff.
No payoff.
No, she's getting
There's gonna be
buried.
a payoff, bro. The payoff is going to be Naomi's about to join up with the Usos and Roman.
No.
That has no direction of the
Yeah, that
story
makes no
that we're in
sense.
right now.
Yeah, it definitely will. She's going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. She's going to be like, hey, look, I got some pull. It's family time, baby.
I don't think she has any place there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I mean she's
Damn.
been in the doghouse more times than any female. So
That's probably why she's not with them now. She
Well,
can
and
prove herself.
again, if she's being told that she needs to go play politics, then it's like, dude, you're going to get fucking left behind because Vince ain't wanting none of that politic bullshit. He's all about, you're going to do what I tell you to do, and if you don't want to do it, I'm going to go find somebody else that's going to want to do the same thing.
Dude, and not only
But
that,
I want this character to be a thing on TV, no matter who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if it was like Roman's wife, cool. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Because
Yeah.
you got the
Right.
fucking king and his queen, and then your two little minions, right? But it's like a minion's wife. You don't need to be there. You don't belong.
Minions, wife.
Sorry.
But it's just
Damn.
I mean, there's a lot of shit I can bitch about, but I just think that's the one that just annoys me more than any of. I mean, I don't like the whole the pass out thing. Like, I don't like the whole putting Adam Cole and Britt Baker together like on screen. Like, why? Keep them separate. So
It almost just feels like it was thrown together.
I
Like
agree.
it got
For
thrown
sure.
together really quick. There was really, for me personally, I feel like it was their rebuttal to Miz and Miss, and
Yep.
Maurice and Edge and Beth.
Well-
It's just like it's like, oh well, they got a story, they got a fucking couple story. Well, let's put our couple story on because
We don't
our
need
couple
that.
story is way better. Because
don't
Tony
only
Khan
need
thinks
fucking-
everything they do is better.
and Britt doing every one of fucking Adam Cole's moves. Like,
Yeah,
why?
Yeah, that was a
it's
little
just
bit.
all of a sudden. Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Well,
I mean,
and-
she
She
legit
went through a table,
organically.
bro.
She organically got over.
Mm-hmm.
Like she organically got over it. You don't need
Adam
the
Cole.
Adam Cole rub. Like, you don't.
I feel like
And I don't
honestly,
think she
Adam
does.
Cole
I don't
started to
think-
lose his shine to me.
See,
I don't think it's about
she
that
needs
either.
The robe. Yeah, I don't think it's about the robe. I think it's just that's just a money team. They see money with them together, and that's pretty much what it is. And you can't lie, it isn't. It is money. The fans eat that shit up. I know I'm eating that shit up. I like it. I think it's a correlation of us saying, hey, we know that they're together. Fuck it. They're
All right. So what
together.
happens if they break up? How awkward is that shit gonna be? We got China and Triple H again.
Yeah, well, I mean, I doubt it. I think they're
Miniature
way more
versions.
professional than that.
Listen, AJ, I don't hate
Miniature
it.
version.
I will say I don't hate it, but I think the timing of it is a little bit suspect, I will admit.
They
If
just
they
threw
did it
it
at
off.
Of course.
any other time, maybe, yeah, it might be a little bit more palatable.
Yeah, it was rushed a little bit in the sense of saying it wasn't necessary. I agree with you, Cam.
Well, and it is
wasn't
kind of
necessary.
mirroring WWE storylines, and I don't want to see that. I don't want to see them almost
Listen.
like well, CBS has its cop show and ABC has its cop show, and we're all going to play them on Wednesday night at 6
Yeah,
p.m.
that's so dumb.
I don't want that. I don't want the whole like wars where like I kind of I'm getting like similar mirroring storylines and bullshit like that. Like that would be annoying as fuck.
I
To
mean,
me.
they were saying the whole thing was they were gonna be an alternative, but outside of the unscripted promos, how much of an alternative is it really? 'Cause
Well, they
it's the same
kick
faces.
fans. They kick fans out of the fucking arena if they don't like what they fucking say. Straight up,
Get 'em
I didn't
the
know the
fuck
wrestlers had
outta
the
here.
fucking.
Did y'all
power
see
to
the
say
pictures
security.
though of I think it was last week's Dynamite. Like, the whole hard cam side was empty.
Yeah, it was. Well, it's always like
Oh,
that.
yeah, dude,
Because when we went to,
completely.
But even in the corner, like the corner was dead ass empty too.
yeah, when we went to our
WWE's
show-
been like that too. WWE's been like that too.
Yeah.
They need something to light wrestling on fire right now, and they're not doing it. I mean, I think
Cody.
I was gonna say I think Cody, but I think but no bullshit. I think Cody is actually going to be the one to kind of hit that shades of gray between the reality and the wrestling aspect, where they're going to be like, well, what's real, what's not real, as far as
Yeah.
this character, the
Well-
story. He's Dusty's son, man. He's very much wanting to bring back that reality in wrestling and the kayfabe and all that. And I think that you can. It's still there. You can still do it. You just have to be able to figure out how to do it now in today's day and age.
Well, and that show
Who-
is the perfect fucking
Exactly.
avenue.
Well, I'm curious too to see who's going to be the first big name to jump from AEW to back.
I
Like,
think it's
who's
going to
gonna
be
the first
Brian
one?
Cage, dude. I think he's going to be the first one to go.
Yeah, I think so as well. Yeah.
Do you think MJF was going to be the one? Because that's the one
No.
that
No
keep
way.
saying WWE wants.
No way, dude.
Great,
No way.
great thing. And they missed their opportunity twice with him. So, you don't think he's if he goes to WWE, he's gonna be like, okay, I want like $4 million. I want what was Roman making? Yeah, I'll take $1 less than that.
I wonder.
Knowing fucking MJF, he'd be like, I want $1 more than that.
More than that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I want $1 more than
Yeah.
that.
Like, you want me, motherfucker?
Just-
Pay me.
Just $1.
And then just say no. I don't want that.
And then say no.
No, thank you, sir. No,
I'm
thank you,
good.
Mr. McMahon.
I'm good. You can lick your boom boom down, sir.
See, I would love to do that. I'm more about
That's a problem.
the pride than the money. You know what I mean? I'd be like, oh yeah, wait for them to give me the offer that I'm fucking asking them for, and then be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to work for you.
Well, Hunter tried though. I mean, he tried to pull on. He tried to get, and we also, man, Kenny's lurking. Like Kenny's coming at some point.
Kenny
WWE?
Omega.
I don't know, man.
No, I
No,
don't
not to
think so.
WWE. I'm talking about back to AEW.
Oh.
Oh,
He's-
okay.
He's another one that's just.
Oh, okay. I got confused
Hell
by what you
no.
were saying.
Dude, there's about to be a crazy influx of talent that's going to... Their whole program's going to look different here by this time in 6 months. By this time in 6 months, dude, their whole roster's going to look different from up and down the card. I'm telling you right now, dude, Adam Cole is going to flounder down this fucking card because without Triple H putting him in that spot, do you really think Adam Cole is going to go get over the way he did in NXT? I mean, because so far from what I've seen, dude, I don't see it, man. To me, he's losing his shine hard, man.
We got Ring of Honor, New Japan Pro Wrestling, Adam Cole right now, and I like that. You know what I mean? The problem is what
Big
you're saying,
deal.
Mike. The problem is what you're
What
saying.
happens when he fights
that
Wardlow?
Is his exposure in who he's fighting and what he's fighting for is lackluster because he's fighting.
He's one
Orange
of those that
Cassidy?
needs a group around him. Like he legit needs to have a group around him to make him look realistic. But dude, if you got him in the ring against anybody, but like a Keith Lee or a Cross or a fucking Wardlow or Jake Hager or I mean, just name anybody else that's a bigger stature, fucking Moxley even, dude. He just doesn't. It's not realistic, man. It just doesn't.
So why does it work for Brian Danielson but not Adam Cole?
Bryan Danielson. Look at Bryan Danielson compared to Cole.
Yeah.
His shoulders way thicker, his legs way thicker, dude. His core, he's way more muscular.
Yeah.
He looks like he looks like a wrestler. Adam
Feels
Cole
like he
looks like he just got
legitimately-
off his couch from playing fucking Call of Duty.
Dude, legit,
You know what I mean?
he's got like love handles and he's small.
He's skinny fat, dude.
Yeah, it's weird.
Now, I'm not talking shit. I'm not a small dude by any means.
Well, and I'm not in
I'm
shape.
big guy.
I'm not, you know what I mean? I could never go run around the ring like he does, but,
But
yeah.
he does not look any. There's nothing realistic about him. Now, if he was in the
needs to start
TNT
toning.
title,
Like he needs to get
Yeah.
at least tone.
like Gargano.
Yes.
Like when you got Gargano and Adam Cole side by side, Gargano looks way bigger than him,
Yeah.
and he's not.
Right.
But it's
Like
just,
Sammy
it's just,
Guevara looks way bigger than all these guys.
dude. It's about the look, man. Like if you're gonna present yourself as a professional athlete, don't you think like
could
you
be an
should kind of
athlete.
look like a professional athlete? You know what I mean? Like
Or
I don't
just
know.
be a big motherfucker that's like 6'5", fucking 500 pounds or
Yeah,
whatever.
you
know?
can't be. You
Damn.
can't be like.
no
400
neck.
pounds.
That's a no neck motherfucker right there.
They're out there.
How big is Adam Cole for real?
Fucking 500.
He's like
How tall is he?
5'10", like maybe 5'10".
Adam Cole's like 6'1".
No way.
Yeah.
Wait.
Is he really? He's 5'11", it says. I don't even believe that.
5'11".
When he's in his boots.
5'11", 200 pounds. That's his build weight in his dreams.
Well, I'm 5'12", 200 pounds.
You're not 5'12".
I know I'm not. That'd be
5, so 6 foot.
I know, right? No, I'm
I'm
taking
5'17".
I'm 5'10", 200 pounds, and I think I look bigger than Adam Cole.
Dude, if you stood side by side with Adam Cole, you would dwarf him. Like he would be so small.
Yeah. I agree.
He would be tiny. I don't think I know anybody personally that would be like smaller than him. Swear to God. Outside of the child.
But no,
But yeah.
I can't think of anyone that.
All right, well, I'll give my takeaway for the week real quick. Yeah. So my takeaway from the week pretty much just boils down to the same thing that I always say. My slight takeaway: if the Acclaim can stop finger fucking each other, that'd be great. I'm sick of that shit. That shit makes my fingers itch. Besides that, I love them. I think the Acclaim is awesome.
They're never gonna stop.
Oh man! And now they're doing it to the fans.
Yep, it's never gonna. It's a thing now.
Well, this isn't getting captured, is it?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. I'm like, uh-oh.
That was just for you, AJ.
I know, right? And then I also think a good takeaway is that Serena Deeb, I think, is in a great position in AEW right now, especially with the way that they're booking her as a straight-up trap keeper. She will break you, and she will hurt you. And she's
not afraid to lay her shit in either, man. Yeah. She will straight punch you in the face, dude.
And you can definitely tell the fans are starting to get behind it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there was that fan in the front row. Serena Deeb is women's GOAT.
Yeah.
Like that. If that didn't tell you right there, she trained everybody, bro. And now she's ready for her shot. So, like I said, have them 3 girls come in there, like you guys were saying, go around her, put Serena as the top, and then of course they turn on her and all that great shit. But yeah. Serena Deeb, you are definitely my winner of the week.
Nice.
And my fingers from this shit are the losers.
That's never going away.
Oh,
That'll
man.
be a thing forever. Just wait till
weird.
they turn babyface and their finger scissoring everybody.
Ugh.
And then you're gonna be getting the fucking the foam hand. You're gonna have to get the foam hand like this.
That would be
Acclaim.
fucking great. Can they please do that?
You heard it here first.
Always, we got great ideas, and you can follow us all at MACKDOWN Podcast. Just want to throw that in there. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right.
Has
everybody given their take of the week?
Yeah.
Yep.
I believe so.
All right. Well, I think we're done then.
He gave his loser and winner of the week. We gave our
Well, I mean, that's
he technically did do winner.
Yes, he did.
But that is his takeaway.
Yep. He did say a sentence or two, so as he holds the belt up.
Well, Cam, it was nice having you in studio.
Yeah.
Any combination of the following.
Perfect.
Awesome.
Well, with all that being said, for all of us here at MACKDOWN Podcast, I'm Mike. For Kimmy. For Mr. B.
Yeah.
For AJ.
You.
For Cam.
I'm out of here.
We're getting the fuck out of here. I'm going to ring this bell.
Let's go watch some football, guys.
Yeah. Playoff football.
Hell yeah.
Playoffs.
All right.
Later.
Later.
Oh, shit. It's pandemonium.
It's pandemonium because I fucking missed it.
Ding, 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 ding.
All right. I'm like, you should silence it, and then I'll be like, all right, later. And then you can do it again.
Oh, that's okay. We'll leave it in. We're not perfect.
You're like, I can play correctly.
Listen.